Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of the Sundering. Isn't it exciting? We have a full cast today. Let's celebrate that while it lasts. Today, I have playing with me, the returning Mike.
Yes. What's up? I'm Mike. I'm playing Lycus Lysagoras, the resident alchemist.
I have Duff.
Hi, I'm Darth. I'm playing Verdon Winterbrook, the ASMR Oath of Redemption Paladin.
I have Josh.
I'm Josh. Today I'll be playing Glax, who is a goblin pact of the Archfey Warlock.
I have Jamal.
Hey guys, Jamal here playing Fennis, Horizon Walker Ranger.
I have Moon.
Hello, I'm playing Shira Everpetal, the Fairy Evocation Wizard.
And I have Oscar.
Well, howdy everybody, I'm Oscar, or Salty. I'll be playing Kier Mosslight, the Circle of the Moon Druid.
Okay, and I was doing 10 different things, so have I forgotten anyone?
Yourself.
Doesn't seem like it.
Good. Well, then, let's find out why the music's not playing, and we shall continue from where we left off. So, last episode, what did we do? We found ourselves a lamb. We discovered a shrine to Lathander where we took rest. And we... what else did we do last session? Anyone? While I'm trying to fix the music, somebody. Anyone talk, basically.
We found a diary that told us about the child's experience right as the Sundering was going to happen.
Cassie.
And
Yes.
then the father's point of view as well, and what he did to protect her, or try to protect her. We don't know if the teleport spell worked or not.
That we did.
We also figured out we know what the cause of the Sundering was. We don't know what specifically.
The War of the Gods, yeah. You knew that was the
Yeah.
War of the Gods that caused the problem. And as we now have some music, let us get back to it. So,
We do know the teleport went off. We just don't know if it saved her.
yeah, indeed.
And we also saw a shit ton of creatures of various kinds.
Yep. And so we took shelter in this building where you currently see us. You've explored everything up and to the right of where you are. However, in the building southeast of you, you know that a wolf, a group of wolves, in fact, you think, possibly a couple of wolves, you weren't sure, but at least one or two wolves headed down that way, and you decided not to disturb them and instead to head to this building. The building down to the left of you is in excellent condition. Almost like the Sundering never happened. And the building dead south of you is missing its roof and two walls. However, it faces away from you all, so it is currently difficult to see what's inside it.
I feel like we shouldn't go into the. Okay.
Oh,
I
bye.
feel like we shouldn't go into the one building that seems perfectly intact. At the same time, curiosity is getting the best of me.
Not
That's
only
because
that, but
everyone's going to go
you've been going to every line so far, so you've been doing the whole line, doing one room at a time, one building at a time.
Everyone
Any
all ready to
building-
go then?
Any building that isn't the one of the wolves, let's not disturb them yet.
Didn't the wolves leave?
No, the wolves left the building directly to your east to go to the building to your southeast. You saw the wolves sort of sneak out round and go in there. So, yeah. Where are we going? Building that's nice and fully intact.
Let's have a look at one of the windows and on what window say on the side and take a peek in.
Yeah, you can do that. Are we attempting to move up there stealthily? Is any particular one person attempting to move up there stealthily ahead of the group? To have a
I
look?
would preferably like to be a little bit more stealthy if I can.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you have elected to go first and alone. Make a dex save or die. No. Make a stealth check.
Or die.
That's 21.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. More than enough. You are able to maneuver up to this back window, and as you look in, you see what appears to be a homely kitchen. Looking further through, you see a room that looks like a bit of a workbench area. Perhaps a craft room or something. as you sort of just take flight ever so briefly, you're able to look through the upper windows and see what looks like a young girl's bedroom. Young girl meaning 13, 14, not 6. And that's what you can see right now. You see no sign of any life in here.
Shall we head on in?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you are headed in, so you head through the front door, and you enter into what seems like a bit of a workbench area. And on top of the workbench, you see that something was in the process of being made. Anyone with an understanding of basic crafts, so basically anybody who comes from this plane of existence, can give me a insight or a history check, whichever they prefer. So that's Kiara and Verdun and Fennis. Any one of you is able to make this check.
I do it.
He just said that.
Probably
History
not. Probably not.
History
Yeah.
or what?
History or insight. They're going to give you 2 completely different results.
They had 22 on insight.
22 insight, right? With an insight check, you are able to see that this clearly was being made as some sort of toy, perhaps a gift. But it appears to be a sort of bunch of flowers made of wood. Did anybody make the history check?
I'll make a history check.
Okay.
Won't do very well. Yeah, I got a 3. I don't know what the
Great.
first
No,
one was.
you have no idea why this is here. Okay, but regardless, you notice that perhaps this is in the process of being painted. And as you look further through, you see the kitchen, which looks undisturbed, as if the family have just popped out for a coffee. As you look round to the side, you see a door that looks like it might lead to a cellar. Sorry, Moon, you were going to say something?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought... Oh, it was a mic. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, perhaps we should knock.
Perhaps we should not... What?
We should knock
Oh,
on
knock?
the door.
Yeah, you could do so, but you will gain no response. As you look around this kitchen, you see that most of the food inside the cupboards is okay. It's some of it's seen better days. It's been a week, but it's like anyone else's kitchen would be if you left it for a week. It hasn't been scavenged. It's barely been touched.
So if someone purified the food, it'd be...
Yeah, very much so. Most of it's fresh and won't last very long, and there's not a huge amount there, but, there's a loaf of bread on the side, there's a couple of pieces of dried meat. All in all, you can probably, you could add 2 bread, a cheese, a couple of fresh vegetables, a couple of fresh fruit, perhaps some mushrooms.
Is there anything else on the workshop bench?
Yeah, there's a simple hammer and chisel that appear to be a worker's tools. If you were to collect all the different parts up here, you would find that you have woodcarver's tools.
That'll be good later.
While we have entered Glax, can I have a charisma check? Wisdom check? Which is your spellcasting modifier? Charisma, right? Yeah, charisma check, please. And Shira, can I have an arcana check?
That's a 21.
Okay. Glax, you feel... So, a 6?
26.
Oh, 26. That's a little higher.
Damn.
So, Glax, you feel a little resistance from this home. Or perhaps it's more that you're used to this sort of place. It feels a little like home did. Sheltered. Contained. Shara, as you make an arcana check, you realize that elements of magic have been used to preserve various different parts of this home. And also to protect from the outside. To protect from scavengers and wild beasts and other such things. You gather that some sort of mage may have put these in place. Glax, you notice that the magic is a lot stronger from the staircase upwards. But at the moment, you all stand in the kitchen, and as I said, you're able to gather the woodcarver's tools if you wish. There's also a set of cook's utensils in the kitchen if anybody wants. Jamal, I don't know if you got the list of food, but I'm more than happy to repeat it on break. Nevertheless, as you look around here, you see that there's a vase of flowers left out. It looks like a happy home. There are 3 seats at the kitchen table. What are the party doing?
1 second. Please do send me the list at break.
Yeah, okay,
Just-
cool. That's fine. I'll just message them to you now, actually.
Right, okay, no worries.
I'm gonna pick up the cook's utensils and put them in my satchel.
I'm gonna walk over to the table and sit down and say, "Man, it's been a while since I've had a nice chair to rest in. This is nice." I'm just gonna recline aggressively.
Shall we go check the cellar then? Or do we wish to investigate upstairs first?
I did see Glax kind of eyeing upstairs. Did you see something up there, or notice anything up there?
No, it's just the magic in this place is familiar. It feels like it's warding off people or creatures. But
Well, I got the
it feels
same-
stronger upstairs.
I got the same inclination.
Did you?
It's what you told me. You
Uh,
said that
no,
kind of
no.
stuff to me.
So you would have noticed that magic has been put in place in sort of like the walls and such to maintain the
Yeah, you
building and
told me
preserve it.
protection stuff.
Yeah, but protecting it from, well, I suppose from predators. Yeah. But
You said warding off.
the
evil
feeling,
thing,
the
or-
feeling. Well, that's the differential is what I'm trying to. What Glax can feel is that sort of warding against protection against good and evil. Perhaps if you want to really mechanize it. Whereas what Shira's getting is that this sort of preservation and just like keeping it from like wild animals and such. 2 different magics. One preventing darker things and one preventing normal things. The magic that Shira detected won't be any stronger upstairs as it's in the walls of the house, the exterior walls.
Oh, I wasn't meaning
No,
that. I
no,
just
no,
thought-
it's fine. I just wanted to make sure I differentiated properly.
Either way, so I did
Sorry,
see
carry on.
Lex looking at the top, or upstairs. Maybe we go check out the upstairs first?
That's fine with me.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to rifle around any of the kitchen, if there's
We'll
any
make our way up
cabinets in here or anything, are there any like caustic chemicals or like potentially like usable chemicals I find?
No, this is far too
No,
old
fine.
school and rustic for anything useful like that to be placed in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
okay.
It's much more just food, drink.
That's probably good
Yeah.
for a kitchen.
So as you all head upstairs, I'm assuming you're all going together.
I'll stay in the kitchen
Okay.
and keep watch.
So the rest of you head upstairs and you see a corridor with 2 rooms and a small room in between. The first door on the left is of dark oak, and it's closed.
Yeah. As we're going upstairs, I'd like to cast message on him. You can respond to this if any dangers come towards you while we're upstairs.
Big old thumbs up.
Anybody opening the bedroom door?
Yeah, I'll open it.
Okay. As you open the door, you see a 4-poster dark wooden bed with a red velvet sort of throw pulled over it. It's made beautifully. You see a sort of a dresser with some pieces of jewelry on it, and some female clothing. Next to which is a man's sort of armoire with various pieces of clothing in it that look a little traditional. you can garner here immediately Verdun and Lycus, if he was upstairs. But Verdun, you immediately garner that this is an elf's home. Or an elf family's home. Although, at least the male is elven. Perhaps the female is a little more frivolous, so it's a little harder to tell. There's a nightstand, and on the nightstand you see a comb made of mother of pearl. This would attract the eyes of Glax or Shira, as it seems to emit some kind of magic.
I'd like to go check it out.
Okay. As soon as you pick it up, it sort of feels quite warm to the touch. And if you can give me an Arcana check, while you're sort of connecting with it, you feel it almost wants to interact with you.
14.
Yep, this is simply a hairbrush that will comb for you. If you were to hold it up to your hair and then let go, it would then continue combing your hair until you told it to stop and took it away. That's the only magic invested in it, but the presence of such a magical object tells you that these people were both affluent and had easy access to magic. You may have the comb if you like, but I'm afraid I didn't homebrew it. Didn't think it would come in particularly useful for you. The comb of self-combing.
I'm just gonna plop it on my hair and just let it go to the town.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You notice as well a couple of the garments in the gentleman's cupboard are work garments, but they appear to be self-mending garments. There are 2 sets of clothes of mending, but they are in a sort of men's workers style. Kiaran, these will not fit you. They're not particularly designed for Fennis either. So, Verdun, do you want some clothes? As I think it is only you that these will fit. So yes, if you want 2 sets of clothes of mending, that's fine. But other than that, it's, yeah, as I say, it looks like they left yesterday.
Do they have a closet of any kind in the room?
Translate from American, anyone? You mean the armoire or the thing full of
Wardrobe.
clothes? The things full of clothes? Yeah, well, you've already
No,
had 2 sets of things full of clothes.
No, I like a closet or some other place in the room that I don't know how to describe a closet to you.
Okay,
without
so
saying
there is
closet.
literally like a chest of drawers, and a cupboard in the corner that have clothes in them that you have already searched through.
I was basically asking if there was another door that led to a smaller room that you could put things in.
No. Okay, right. Yeah, okay, that means the same thing in my language. I didn't. I thought I'd explained the room quite clearly. Yeah, no. It is freestanding armoire and a chest with the woman's clothing in, a nightstand and a bed. Nothing else.
Well then, shall we head to the cellar now?
Well, you've still got 2 rooms upstairs, yeah?
I was gonna say I think that there are more rooms.
I didn't hear the other 2 rooms.
Yeah, sorry, there were 2 rooms and then a small room in between them. The room in between them has no door on it. And it seems to be a sort of washing room. On the ceiling is a large disc of metal. Shara, you'd immediately recognize that this could potentially have once contained magic. Again, it has those runes on it. But it looks like, although the home is mostly intact here, this is going to take some maneuvering to fix, or make work. Give me an Arcana check, and is anybody proficient with, or does anybody think that their character would be involved in sort of like workers' tools, carpentry specifically? Okay, cool. Kiaran, have you, I'll have you make a... Let's have
Carpenter tools is meeting.
can I have a Constitution or Dex check, whichever is your highest stat, please, Kiaran?
That is a 17 Constitution.
Okay, brilliant. So, and the Arcana check?
10.
Okay. As you look at this sort of disc, you understand that perhaps if you were to stand underneath it, it would flow with water of that is heated. with your carpentry tools, you realise that perhaps the problem with this disc is not actually anything magical, but merely that it has come a little unfixed from the ceiling. If you wish to spend 10 minutes trying to put it back at some point, you may be able to have a warm shower in this home.
Would anybody be interested in taking a shower?
I feel like we're all quite dirty, and
We have two
could
people that are
use-
good with carpenter's tools.
Do we? Okay, that's fine.
I'm a carpenter too.
I might get one of you to do wood carving instead then at some point, but regardless, for now, Karen, if you want to spend 10 minutes doing this, you can. But I figure you probably want to check if there's a monster in the last room first.
Yeah, I figured we'd check out the last room before we decided to have some leisurely time.
Go ahead, Claire.
Oh, wait, no, go ahead, Josh.
I don't know if you made a note of how long it was, but do you know how long it is until the next acid shower?
You know that something is going to fall from the sky. It was 5 hours time, 2.5 hours ago.
Okay.
So 2.5 hours. Sorry, that was a really weird way of giving you the answer. 2.5 hours till something falls from the sky. You don't know what form it will take, but you assume that it won't be good. It's it's going to be heavy. Yeah. So are we checking out the last room in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, so since everyone was saying that this is like warding off things and some creatures and stuff like that, could we assume that we'd be able to take, with watches of course, but some form of a long rest here?
In fact, you would assume that this is probably the only place you've been where a long rest is comfortably possible.
I was actually going to suggest we make this like a home base if we come back to this place.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're here,
Yeah, we still have a lot of the town to do, and I say we use this. I think using this as a base of operations would be good, as once we search everything, we can gather our materials, load them onto the cart, and then decide our next move after that.
Speaking of which, just to make you aware, like us, you would be able to see this quite easily from the kitchen. There is a sort of outhousey area where you may pull the cart almost into the building, but with sort of two walls around it, like an open shed, if you will.
Okay, great.
I'm assuming that the sheep has been brought inside, though.
Oh,
the
I'm
lamb.
carrying the sheep.
Oh, you're still carrying the lamb. Okay. Did you say any
Yeah,
birds?
You could leave it in the kitchen. Hang out with it.
Oh wait, no, Mike's.
Mike, did you ask about birds or something, or words, or?
Never mind. Let's just
Okay.
move on.
Cool, brilliant.
you carrying the lamb?
Okay. Yeah,
Verdon is carrying
I
the
have a little sling
Right.
set up, so it's,
I for sure have put the brush on the lamb.
Oh, brilliant! We're combing the lamb.
I wanted to do that
It is.
so bad.
It is purring. Nevertheless, as we head to the last room, when you open the door, Glax, this is where the biggest amount of protection is. You feel it's centered upon this room, and you immediately see that this is a girl's room. Perhaps she's 13, 14, perhaps a little older. You see dresses and other accoutrements hanging on the walls. And immediately your eyes are drawn to the nightstand where you see a little book. And it's got all flowers that seem to be preserved or dried in some way, all stuck to the front.
not again.
You may assume that this is a journal.
I'll head over and open it up.
Okay. Do you read Elvish?
No.
Okay. Nevertheless, somebody will, I'm sure, read it out
I'll read
loud.
it. Yeah.
Um,
I read that one.
And it starts off with, Dear Diary, my name's Alessandra, and I've decided to keep this journal to tell you of all the exciting things that are going on in my life. It's fairly basic, teenage girly, very boring. But nevertheless, she makes a few points that are interesting. First of all, she's started being allowed to court Luca, or rather, Luca has been allowed to court her. Luca is going to be joining the Vala Legion, which you may assume is the local militia. And it speaks at one point later on of a fancy silver sword that he has with his name engraved on it that he's very proud of. later through the book, she talks about her friend Cassie and how Cassie's father has started talking about doom and gloom and dark things to come, but her father doesn't believe them. She talks about how her father spends too much time pulling in the harvest and swears that her father loves that horse more than her. Nevertheless, she also talks about how Daddy wouldn't even buy me a new scarf this week, and how Cassie stopped being allowed to go out. And then she talks about Luca leaving for the Legion. The date of that is a week before the Sundering.
Did it say where?
He's going
Yeah,
to the
it
Vala
said it was
Legion.
in-
It doesn't give a location. She doesn't really need to give a location. She's not trying to give anyone directions. She talks
Does
about
that name sound familiar to me?
the Vala Legion. Vala is a province. You would all who are of this realm know of Vala. It's in the it was in the northeast of the continent that you all lived on. And as you sort of read the last few entries, she talks about how lonely she is with Cassie not coming out and with Luca gone off. But how Daddy's making me a bunch of flowers that will always smell nice. He's quite the mage and quite the creator. And she talks about sneaking into his secret safe and using some of the interesting items that she found in there that he keeps in the cellar. And then it just stops. There's no
Oh, we're going there.
sad last entry. There's just daily life and then nothing. If you spend 10 minutes looking around Alessandra's room, I'll take an investigation check from... Is it Glax who's proficient?
While they do that, I will go repair the shower.
Okay. Who was proficient in investigation? It was Glax. It was Glax. Okay, go ahead, Glax. You can't investigate and hold a sheep.
That's 17.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, you look around. There's lots and lots of like girls' trinkets. You find a little necklace that's made of wood, but engraved on it, she has clearly carved it herself. She's written Luca's name on it. There's a few other sort of interesting small bits, but nothing of any particular interest until you see a small, perhaps a foot wide, cube that looks a bit like a sponge under her bed that appears to be moving up and down, cleaning the floor. Seems to be doing
Sponge
so on
for
its
cleaning?
own. Yeah, sort of.
There's no way you're trying to give me this stupid fucking item.
You don't need it, but if somebody wants to interact with it, it is there. It is known as a cleaning cube. And as it moves along the floor, it appears sentient. But if you leave it, it will continue to clean the house. Which is probably a more
leave it
convenient
for
use
now.
of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's leave it for now since we're gonna stay here a while.
Love sheep.
If you refresh your page and give me a carpenter's tools check, Karen.
Refreshing my page. Refreshing my page. 17.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. You guys are able to repair the shower, and if at some point you wish to use it, it will have some actual benefits as well. If you are bathed in acid at any point, obviously, coming here will help you clean it all off and leave your skin a little bit better.
So useful.
Yeah, well, I more meant the acid that rains out the sky, but yes, that too. However,
Fair
are
enough.
we headed down to the cellar?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we are.
Glax, can I assume that you're holding on to Alessandra's diary?
No.
Okay, not as interesting as Cassie's. We'll leave it behind.
Did it make us cry?
Those flowers
Um,
around the room that she mentioned in the.
The
diary?
flowers? No, the flowers were being made upon the
Oh, they're all being made.
upon the workbench. You saw them; they were wooden, and they clearly hadn't been finished.
James, do they have to come back through the kitchen?
Yes,
to
yes, you are
refill
looking
stuff?
at the cellar door right next to the right next to you.
As you guys all come down, you see me sitting across the table from this little, like, tiny stone man playing chopsticks. Just. Until I look up and I'm like, oh, hi everyone. Find any monsters?
No, who is your friend here?
Just that, my little friend.
By technicality,
Say
is this tiny? Is this a tiny
Yeah.
homunculus? Yeah.
It's a little homunculus.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that?
Just my little work
Doesn't
friend.
seem-
That's all.
Doesn't seem natural.
He takes much offense to that. Thank you very much. I'll scoop him up onto my shoulder.
Okay. And at this point, when you begin to head down...
Wait, James.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
In her room, you said there were like little trinkets. What kind of trinkets?
I give a couple of examples. So she has a wooden necklace with Luca's name inscribed into it. There's a couple of sort of bracelets of little charms. She has sort of a little comb and a tiny hand mirror. Other things like that.
Wait, a hand mirror, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the hand mirror out and put it in my bag.
Okay. Absolutely fine. So as you guys come to the cellar door, you will notice that it appears to be braced in some way. It is not locked. You can open it and push it, but it's going to take a firm shove to get it open. Are you willing to force it?
Strength check.
No, I don't need a strength check.
The homunculus
Yeah.
goes down to the door and starts pushing with all his little strength.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna
Shira.
poke one.
I would like to check for anything magical holding it closed or anything.
You can try, but it will yield you no results. It's pretty easy to work out that this is literally just a piece of wood across the door, barring it closed. With a couple of shoves, you guys get it open. And I need a dex save from Verdun.
Oh.
Me specifically.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay, yeah, so I'd assume that you were the person at the front giving it a good shove, and as you shove it, it gives way and you step into a cellar. You manage, however, to pull yourself back before falling, as only 3 steps are intact.
I'll fly down.
I don't think you will. As you look down from these 3 steps, you see a floating river of lava beneath you.
Oh.
It looks like the entire underneath of this house is literally a portal to hell, it appears. You see very far down, sort of 1,000 or 2,000 feet down, you see small little demonic-looking creatures flying about.
That also doesn't seem normal.
And as you look to the right, Verdun, you see a little door built into the wall. That you can assume to be the safe that was aforementioned. And clutching the handle of the safe is one lava-covered arm.
Oh.
You can assume that this is where the family went.
So they went to
Well-
hell.
That's fucked.
Oh dear, what a shame.
I'll move the hand and attempt to open the safe.
Yeah, you're gonna have to break it open, but you can do so. It's been damaged in the Sundering, and inside you find 3 items. The first is an unusual spherical egg-like object, and when you hold it, it compliments you. It will continue doing this as long as you hold it for. The second is a pair of boots that appear to have a morphing print underneath. These are a pair of boots of false tracks.
Ooh, that's actually good.
And the last thing is a figurine of a horse made of dark black polished stone. Shira, as you look at this, I will take a Arcana check from you to see if you can understand the purpose of this stone.
It's just they get worse each time. An 8.
Yeah, not great. No. However, Kieran, as you look at this, you realize that perhaps it's got some sort of connection to animals. And in fact, as you look closer, you see that there's a little engraving on the bottom of the body that says Clop, C-L-O-P. This is a figurine of the tireless workhorse. I would assume that this should be given to the person with the cart. So, Fennis, I believe that's you.
Sure thing.
But to explain what this does, this polished statue of a draft horse can summon a draft horse for 18 hours each day. This draft horse is magical in nature. It exists for that duration, and it will revert to the figurine early if it drops to 0 hit points, or if you use an action to speak the command word again while touching it. After 6-hour break, the figurine will be available for use again. Klopp is a tireless horse willing to pull any load, but he despises carrying a rider. If you try and ride Klopp, he may stand still and refuse to move.
Does that include in the cart or just on him?
No, you can ride in the cart. And yeah, he'll pull any load. He just doesn't want anyone sitting on his back. But Klopp is a tireless friend and hopefully will come in useful to you.
Well, that
Gives
solves
me
the
a
cart
vouch.
situation.
Yes. It's
Thank God.
pretty much what it's going to be doing, what it's going to be good for.
Well,
Lycus, did you remain upstairs in the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. As you look out the window, you see that the house seems to be somewhat surrounded by wolves.
That's good.
Talk to us. Or, well, me.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna say, fellows, I believe we have company. In the form
Kind
of
of company.
canines.
oh.
They appear to be canine in nature. Perhaps we should prepare for battle.
Oh, we could attempt to. We
Good
could
luck.
have some of our more nature-oriented companions attempt to persuade them.
Sure, we could have a little look at that. Karen, give me a nature check with advantage as you look out the window when you're informed of this.
I'll start walking upstairs.
13? Yeah, winter wolves, starving hungry, 7 days since the, Sundering. You would be a fool to try and make friends with these. They are violent in nature.
How high of a persuasion do I need?
Sort of a 52 or so?
Let's go.
Say
Achievable.
52.
Yeah. In other words, they ain't interested. You can feed them. Then they might go away, but you probably need to feed them a couple of humans, so.
But they
I
could
have an
feed
idea.
us.
Go ahead, Shara.
Feed us.
Because I know about this protection around the building, would I have an idea of whether it would keep them out?
Oh, 100%. They won't come in. The problem is just you won't be able to get out very easily.
We can wait.
I
for
say we
something.
just. I was gonna say we just deal with them as we still have houses to search, supplies to gather.
I mean, we could get into a fight, but how many of them are there?
There are a couple of the winter wolves and some of their pack. At most, there's 3, maybe 4 of them. Possibly a couple
Does it
more.
seem like they can't get in, or that they just won't come in?
Won't.
Okay, but they probably could if provoked
Mhm.
aggressively.
Yeah, you can gauge that perhaps it feels uncomfortable for them.
We do have 2 people who can fly. We could. theoretically just pelt them with arrows.
I mean,
Switch side, baby.
were it not for the fact that they're starving, hungry, and there would be no reasoning, and
Well,
were it not for that, I would have been able to talk
probably
to them. But no.
it's probably better to fight them on our favored terrain to go outside and fight them on theirs. So maybe we could set up a defense and then kind of provoke them to entering.
If anything, I would like to keep this area safe for now, as I think that this is the best place for us to stay while we are at least in this town, as it is the only place that we have found that we could, one, take a shower upstairs, but two, and the more honest thing, is that this location is in the best condition that we've seen so far.
Which
I
involves
agree.
eliminating the wolves.
Exactly.
Yes. So we have a plan for that. I certainly don't have one that seems acceptable. So maybe we should go back to the drawing board.
This is way too complicated. I feel like we
Let's
should
just go
fight.
kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand what. Let's just go.
So, there's one thing that people have clearly forgotten, which I didn't
Yeah.
forget. When you
Very
said the
forget.
basement was barricaded,
Yep.
the bar on it, was it on our side or the basement side?
The basement side.
We can't just seal it again easily then, can we?
You can block it. There, you could move over one of the kitchen cabinets in front of the door, but if you wished. But it's not going to change the fact there is hell in the basement.
No, that's also very true.
But so far, it doesn't seem like hell is particularly bothering you.
But, I mean, at the very least, blocking the door could stop hell escaping the basement and into
Yeah.
the house.
It's probably a good idea.
But what if we need to escape the house into hell?
That's
Why would we
unlikely.
want to go to
Consider.
hell of anywhere?
Just playing
why would we
devil's
want to go
advocate
to
here.
hell?
That's all.
Not some-
Okay, listen, we aren't going to talk about any Satan worship here, okay?
well, not only
We're
that,
gonna kill
but
these wolves.
it would be a 2,000-foot jump for those of you without wings. So I think perhaps escaping into hell is just not an option. Are we going to go out and fight the wolves, or are we going to take a rest and see if they go away?
I'm thinking we should probably take a rest, because... Thinking about it this way.
Are you talking about a short rest or a long rest? Because we just took a short rest.
There's a lot of things that I saw that could be potential threats or things that might want to fight us. Why take the risk of a fight with some wolves when we don't exactly need to?
We could just take a rest after we fight them if we get hurt that badly.
But what if
That's
they're
also
just-
true, but
yeah,
we've
what if
got-
they're just still there? I'd rather
If we
Well,
don't
here's
get
the
rid of
thing.
them, they're still around.
Here's the
that
thing.
would-
Well,
The
here's the thing.
wolves
If they...
came. The wolves came here though, so they know at least some form of food, whether it be us or the food that was here, is here. So they are coming in one way or another. They aren't.
But they're not, though.
While for now they aren't. But if we take a rest, we don't know. I say we just deal with them now.
What are
only
they going to
3
do?
of
Grow
them.
opposable thumbs and try to open a door?
Oh, they can jump through the windows. They can break the door.
I feel like it's just
Well-
a better idea to fight them right now. Just get it out of the way, take a nap, go get some rest
I
afterwards.
agree with the simple solution. Kill wolves, sleep well. Sounds good to me.
Plus, that's more
Personally-
food.
I personally think it's just better to get rid of them because they could come back if we
Better
don't get
just-
rid of them.
Okay.
Deal with it now and have a night's rest without any worries about anything coming into the home.
Well,
Okay.
well. Here's where the problem that I see is. These wolves are not the only things that I saw, remember? I was saying before.
I think the
I
argument,
think so.
Jamal, was that the party could head out, fight the wolves, and then retreat into the home and rest if necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we
are
true,
the
but
wolves
then
won't
there's
come.
no guarantee that we're going to have a safe rest anyway, because,
There's no
well,
guarantee we'll have it with the wolves out there too.
Yeah. I will tell you at some point when you want to go out, whether you take a long rest first or not, you may need to go through a ring of wolves. It's up to
Let's
you
just
when you
it
do it,
now while
but
we're prepared. Other than them getting the jump on us.
well, you're
So we-
insistent, so I guess we're doing it anyway.
All right.
At a game, at a game, Jamal, he said that it was he said the big thing that you saw and heard was on the other side of the cracked ravine lava lake. All right, so it's pretty far away, even if it's been a couple hours.
There were a
since
lot of
you've seen it.
smaller things in. There was a lot of smaller.
Yeah,
things
there were a
in
lot
the,
of things,
missile
but
stuff.
none were that close.
Ah, right, okay.
So just getting rid of things is always a good idea, because that's less things that can show up during fights.
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly.
We might just want to consider being tactful with how we render our opponents useless, because obviously we don't want to attract too much attention to our little safe haven here.
Exactly.
I
we
reckon
also
that-
are. We still have to bring the cart over, so that's going to be a big.
I reckon y'all don't hit me or my friend while we're out there. And at that, I'm going to A, summon a wolf, and B,
I have something I want to do before we start combat.
Carry on, Karen, sorry.
You'll see me first summon a wolf right next to me as he comes out of the ground, and then you'll see me start to mold into the shape of a wolf as well.
Why would you turn into
That's
a
going to
wolf
be
right now?
confusing. That's going to be very confusing. I am a fan of this plan.
But
And with that, are you going out to try and talk to them in Wolfish, or are you just preparing to fight them as a group?
I'll attempt to communicate with them first.
Okay. As you head out, you see that they are all howling. But they are not howling at you. They're howling at the roof of the building you are in.
I'm gonna turn and look at the roof.
Fantastic. And as you turn and look at the roof, you see two very large 9 or 10 foot figures with strange black wings and nasty looking claws and deep red eyes. You don't recognize these creatures, but you sure as hell know that they don't belong here.
come back in, guys. We have a little problem here.
What's he gonna do? Come back in and bark at you?
What's that, Lassie?
Speaks with animals.
Fennis
What's
does.
that, Lassie?
Fennis does.
I do speak with animals, yes, that's true. If necessary, I can always just use it to talk to you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
As a wolf, if I use message, he still has to talk to me in wolf even in his mind, right?
Wild shape telepathic. No, that's absolutely fine. He can respond telepathically.
Woof woof.
Turn a
Respond
message into this
telepathically,
hella
you
useful
English.
spell.
Yeah.
Message is so OP.
It's very good.
Dude, Moon is such a
Preparing
big
message
brain.
tomorrow.
Yeah, so you are able to communicate to them that there are strange beasts on the roof.
It's very large, strange beasts on the roof.
Two of them.
Yeah, two.
I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna use my channel divinity so I can get a spell slot back, and then I'm gonna cast detect good and evil.
Yeah, there's
some evil.
two sets of evil on the roof. And actually, two of the wolves outside also come up to this sense of evil. Nothing responds to the good detection. What's the range on it,
well-
please?
30 feet.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I didn't assume. Had to check.
I just wondered whether it was detecting hell in the basement. No, please carry on. As you are. Well, no, there are some flying creatures down there. But yes, there are two large winged creatures on the ceiling. Roof. Sorry.
Are they facing the wolves? So like they're looking at the wolves.
There's a standoff going
there
on.
Is there a window on the other side?
There's a window on any side of the building that you wish to use.
I would like to go out that window. And
Oh, no. There's not a window like that. There's a solid pane, but it's not openable. This is medieval times. People can't open glass windows.
Would like to attempt to team up with said wolves on the ground outside and ask them if this be a common enemy, if they would like to fight along me and my friends.
Pretty quickly, you get the impression that meat is meat, and if you're the easier meat, they will gladly take you. No, you're a wolf. Yeah, okay. You get the impression they're hungry and they don't really care where the source of their meat comes from. They won't eat another wolf. They're hungry, but they're not cannibals.
What if we all act like wolves? Oh wait. Before we go out there, actually, I'm gonna go up into the little girl's room, and I'm gonna put Layla the lamb in there, and then I'm gonna.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to bring her into a fight with hungry wolves.
It was 4, now there are 6.
Plus 2 demons on the roof. So are we prepared then?
As prepared as we're going to be.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Okay,
All-
are we going out with the intention of fighting the wolves, the intention of fighting the things on the roof, or both?
I'm fighting the
Yes.
demons anyway. That's my main target currently.
Excellent.
I don't know.
The wolves aren't gonna hit me, so I'm fine.
I'm gonna stay.
That's all that
inside
matters
for a bit.
here.
Just in the doorway at least, but I don't really want to go hang out with demons.
I'm going to
Oh.
kill the demons.
I'll provide some fire support. It'll be great. I want to get the wolves coming.
With
Okay.
fire or
Well, more like acid support, maybe.
alright, there we go. That's better.
I can't click on wild shapes.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll initiative as you head out, guys.
Carl,
Gosh.
music.
8d6.
The music will change in a second. I'm dealing with something right now.
James, I did it. I rolled over a 10 for initiative for once.
Nice.
Yeah,
13 for me.
baby.
Yeah, if you've rolled it, I don't need you to tell me.
Well, I have boots of vigilance.
So, oh, sorry then. Let me know.
+5, so 13.
13. Okay, I'm just missing. No. Cool. Fantastic. As soon as you head out, who's going out first?
I think I'm already
I would-
outside with me and my wolf.
Yeah, but not
My
you.
dex
would
is
go out
plus
next.
3, by the way.
That is not
That's
relevant.
relevant. No?
Nope.
Okay, great.
So, as soon as you head out, I think Verdun probably is the first person to see them.
Yeah, that's what.
You will need to make a charisma save.
Oh yes, I'm fine with that. Oh, that's a 21.
Nice. And as you walk out Verdun, where is our little Verdun counter? Come out the home. E2 is going to immediately move slightly down here, and he is going to throw something at you. That is
Pile of
25 to hit, as a spear with a chain wrapped around it and a sharp tip comes flying at you.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that is 7 piercing damage.
Owie, wowie.
They're still above us.
Yes, that's on the edge of the roof. I know technically they're actually here. Yeah, let me do that. But we don't have a vertical map, so let me not do that.
Guys,
Yeah.
they're on top of me.
Well, E2 is then going to land next to you anyway. And he is going to swing out with his glaive. That's an 18 to hit you, Verdun.
Yeah, that hits.
Sorry, I've just realised that I'm not rolling to you all.
How could you, James?
Oh, there we go. That's 14 slashing damage. Okay. E1 lands here at the doorway. And Kieran, you're in wolf form, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to put you here like you're a wolf. And now, for the rest of the fight, I would appreciate it if you can just imagine there is a house in the middle of here, okay? They won't land on the roof because that's really confusing. But yes. So E1 is
take him to the
going
roof.
to land between the two of you. He's going to take a swipe at Kieran. That is a 10 to hit.
I'll miss.
And another one. That's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay. And that's 8 slashing damage.
You get to keep the shield bonus from a shield when you're a wolf.
No.
I get a new AC.
Yeah.
I get the creature's AC.
Phoenix, you're up. Jamal, you're muted.
Alright, can I shoot from the doorway?
Yeah, you can shoot from the
E2.
doorway if you wish. Okay.
In that case, I'll Hunter's Mark E2.
Uh-huh.
And
So you're going to have to step up quite close, yeah, to get through the doorway angle.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yep. But not close
Don't
enough
move
to
up, take shots and then move
give you
back to,
disadvantage. Yeah, that's
take
fine.
cover.
That's fine. So we'll just leave you here for now.
I'll fire my longbow at E2.
Yep.
That's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Designate that as my favoured foe.
Mm-hmm.
Favoured foe damage will be 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Hunter's Mark damage is 4.
Yep.
And the bow hit itself is... Wow, that's a 6.
Okay, cool.
It's 12 damage
That's a
total.
lot of damage.
Does that conclude your turn?
And that was just the minimum longbow hit. Yeah, that'll be me. I'll just make sure I'm back in cover. Yeah.
Yep.
That's me for now.
Okay. Shira, you're up.
Going to move into a line of sight.
Uh-huh. Are you all going to attempt to stay inside at this point, yeah? You're just going through the doorway?
I for sure am staying inside.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Scorching Ray E2.
Yep.
All 3 on him.
Okay.
Are you shooting fire at the demon?
He's not really a demon. Nobody has said demon apart from you. Those 2 will hit. Can you give me damage one at a time, please?
Resist.
As you
That's
hit.
what I was gonna do. I was just gonna roll
Yeah.
all my hits.
Oh,
But I crit, so I'm gonna do that right now.
yeah.
An 11.
Yeah.
Give you the other damage since I rolled already.
Yeah.
4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blasting his ass. And 9.
Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
E2
Yes,
has
it does.
recovered 24 hit points.
Okay. What
You
did
would
you
make
say?
me never play a
Kieran?
wizard again if
Oh, no. I see what you said there now. Not at all. Legendary action. E2 is going to grapple Verdun. Athletics check, please.
Okay, alright. Okay, this isn't going well.
You're contesting a 19. Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I failed.
Okay, so E2 is going to pull you 15 foot to the right. And then drop you again. He's just dragging you out the way. Kieran, you're up.
With my wolf companion at my side, I will, with
Ah,
advantage,
sorry, you have a... Why do you have a wolf companion?
because I summoned him.
Oh, like summon animal?
Yep.
Right, okay, cool. I thought you were counting the enemy as your friend, which was remarkably amusing, but not possible. Cool, yeah, pack tactics. Go ahead, both of you.
My enemy.
That is a natural 20 to hit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That will be 46 plus 3. Okay.
I thought you said that it was 46 damage. I was like, hot.
So that's 20
shit.
damage.
Yep. Strength
then-
save is a 15.
Alright, that'll pass. And then that'll end my turn. And
Mhm.
then my wolf is going to bite at him with advantage.
Yep. So now 20
He
on
is
the
going to
strength
have
save.
a 24
Yep.
to hit.
Yep.
And that is 1d plus 4 plus piercing damage. Wow. Okay, 1 second. That's a lot of fucking damage dice to roll.
That's a lot of damage.
So that's going to be 12 damage in total
Okay.
out of him.
He seems
And then he is
unfazed.
going to end his turn.
Okay. Cool. Lycus, you're up. Muted.
Yay.
Oh, no, you're not. Never mind.
Not anymore.
Sorry. Yep, cool.
So, where's the door at?
It is directly in front of Shira's face.
Okay. I probably shouldn't do that then. Do these windows have glass in them? Or are they,
Yes,
like,
they are filled with glass and they do not open.
probably shouldn't break the glass.
No,
Probably
you should
a
not.
bad move.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Don't want to ruin our one place.
Let me see. I should probably consider. Okay, I'm gonna reach out into just like over their shoulder, over Shira's shoulder.
Yep.
So I'll just walk up and reach over her shoulder,
Mhm.
and towards the left.
Sorry,
I
just to
usually-
explain,
Yeah,
the
I
door is 5 foot in front of Shira. So it's
Also,
here.
I'm a small creature.
Right.
You could step the fuck over me.
Okay,
I think he's small
yeah,
too.
I won't be there for long.
Yep, okay.
I'm just gonna reach out and cast Fairy Fire on E1 and E3.
Okay, E1 gets a... there's a +3 on that. 11.
Fail.
And the other one was... E3, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's a 17.
That succeeds.
Figures. Yep, so Fairy Fire on E1. Cool. Any bonus action?
Advantage.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go back inside.
Yeah, I've already retreated you. Yeah.
Okay.
cowards.
A little bit further inside, because, like, I don't want to...
Well, you started off here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 foot of movement speed. Have you got 25 or 30?
One, like,
Oh, you got 35, haven't you? Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I think I have
Um,
35, yeah.
Yeah, that's as far back as you can get,
Wanna
as
be-
there is a wall at the back of this house.
Well, I just don't want to be in the doorway.
No,
So they, like,
the door is in front of Shira.
Okay, I'm just gonna duck.
Okay.
Duck and cover.
Yeah, you can. You're attempting to take cover within the house. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, E3.
Oh,
Sorry,
No,
go
I
on.
can't cast a spell. Sorry,
No,
I'm
you
done.
cannot.
Sorry.
Okay, E3 is going to attack E1. That is a 6 to hit. Great, that was very helpful.
Give him pack tactics.
Okay.
No, E1's also fairy fired.
Yep, doesn't
not an ally.
affect him. He's not an ally. And at this point... Oh, Verdun, you're on the floor looking nice. That's good. Well, you're not actually on the floor, but... that is a... Nat 1 to hit you. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
I figured. Nat 1 doesn't hit anyone. 10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh.
30. Yep, okay, cool.
Just so you know, James,
Uh-huh.
Fairy Fire works for everyone.
Does it?
It doesn't specify that it has to be an ally.
How exciting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can assume from the movement of the wolves that by having the door open, the seal on the protection is broken. And therefore they seem quite happy to come in and have a meal.
I was gonna say close the door, but then you wouldn't be able to help.
Glax, you are up.
I like this close the door plan.
Glax, carry on, sorry.
Can I see the three wolves?
Yeah, very much so.
Right.
E5 is directly in front of the front door.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So, Gaz is gonna like flick through his book and come across the one of the new spells that he got.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, as he's looking at it, kind of question whether or not he should use it, but then think he should probably use it. We're in dire circumstances here. So I need E5 to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let me just make sure I'm rolling to you guys. Wisdom saving throw. That's a 19, I'm afraid. Sorry. He's only got a +1.
Great. That's my turn.
No bonus action? No, because it's another spell. Okay. Verdun, you're up.
Oh, I get a turn? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just so you know, James, detect good and evil tells me if these are... It tells me what the creatures are. So you said that the creatures were evil. Can I detect what they are?
They are monstrosities. More specifically, aberrations.
Aberrations, okay. Aberrations.
Not demons.
Damn.
Like, things from the plane of Tartarus. They're strange, pandemonious creatures.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack.
Cool. E2 or E7?
Why would I attack E7?
I
I'm
don't
attacking E2.
Cool.
I'm attacking the thing that just took all of my health.
Sounds good.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
And that is 14 damage, and then Divine Smite.
Okay. You have a shield up?
Yeah, I have a shield.
Okay.
What?
I don't know, I asked if you were wielding a shield. Yep, give us
Yeah.
some divine smite. Cool.
That's 6 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Does that conclude your turn?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. E1, you may make an opportunity attack like us. Not like us, Karen.
And my wolf.
Yep.
Awesome. Is that
And the enemy
what
wolf?
the attack is? And because he's fairy fired.
Yeah, advantage for both of you.
Okay, that
Quadruple
is a 13 to hit.
Nope.
All right, and for the other one, that'll be a
Yes.
oh, yes. Okay, yeah. That'll hit. All right, now I have to go through the fucking spell. God, this is so.
You're a wolf as well. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
yes.
no, it was my wolf attacking. It's different. It's different.
How nice.
That will do 7 damage from my wolf.
Interesting. Okay, and as he lands behind these wolves, I need every single person in the house to make a con save. Isn't that exciting? As the wolves will all make a con save. Except, I don't need them to because
Most likely to fail.
I know what they're doing.
I'd rather just dodge it. Dodge it. No matter what. I don't have...
Hold the door.
Oh, door.
That's incorrect. Sorry, ignore what I've just rolled.
Did you roll a scary number again?
No. That's a scary number, sir.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not in that.
Okay.
Glad I'm not in that.
If you got a 14 or above, you will take 18 cold damage. If you got below a 14, sorry, not cold damage, fire damage. If you get a
Double.
below an 18, you will take 36 fire damage.
I'm down.
That's pretty
Oh, I'm down.
scary.
I'm down.
Alright. I gotta pick everybody up.
Close the door.
Yeah, okay. And then E2 is going to take a swing at our lovely friend.
Wolf, right?
Party wipe.
That's a 12 to hit you, Fathom.
Thank God that doesn't hit.
Very good. And an 11 to hit you. Look at you surviving. Isn't that
It's
nice?
going to be the quickest ending to a campaign ever.
Thank you,
Fennis.
Tier.
Fennis, make a death save, please.
Nah, 20 it.
That one.
It's 2 death saves.
Yep.
9. Shira, death save, please.
Fail.
Karen, you're up.
I'm gonna die.
Oh dear.
Beginning to
Kiara, I
suspect
think
I
it's
should
time we
leave the
bail
house.
and leave.
I think Karen has a very good idea, but he's well aware that it's gonna leave someone out to dry.
You got me. You got me.
I see you. That's fine, go ahead. He'll be fine, I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm going to action disengage so I don't get attacked
You-
when I run through
You
this.
aren't in range to disengage
but
or something.
I'm
You want to run
going
round
be
it?
in range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm running inside the house.
I figured, okay.
Heal
And
party.
I'm
And
going
your
to
object interaction.
object interaction with my snout slam the door closed.
It is, to be fair, the correct maneuver. I'm assuming your wolf is also coming in, yeah?
No.
No, you're leaving him outside as well? Ah, fuck the wolf. Right,
So my wolf's turn.
okay.
Betrayal.
I will have him use his 30 feet of movement and take to go over to my dear friend.
And do what?
And attack
And
him.
howl at E2 in an attempt to distract.
Okay, you can also make an
Does he have
attack.
enough movement
Yeah,
stack?
he
Okay,
does,
I didn't know
yeah.
if he had enough movement to attack. I will do that with advantage.
Yeah.
That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do as soon as this match. If I survive, I know exactly where I'm going.
8.
Inside,
damage.
hopefully.
Yep.
I'm going straight up.
They have wings.
That'll be
I have told you that
They can
quite
fly.
clearly.
It will be the turn of the wolf.
Okay. Brilliant. Lycus Lysigorus, you are up.
Okay. Time to put my healing gloves on. All right. Who should I get first?
Probably the person who's one
Hold
death
the
save.
turn.
Probably the person who can pick somebody else up.
Oh,
I can
that's
get them all in
okay.
one turn if you wait.
No. I mean, you.
Probably
Yeah.
shouldn't do that.
I can, yeah.
Who? That was Phaenus. Who
Yeah.
Failed. Who got the?
Mm-hmm. Phaenus and Shira have both
Who
failed
else?
that save.
But okay.
I have one. He
Who
has
can
two.
heal?
Again.
Well, we both have
I
one
can.
each.
Well, you're up. You're good. I guess I'll pick the magic one.
Glax or Shira?
Yeah, Glax. I think I'll
Okay.
pick Glax.
He's the only one who still has a
I'm
turn,
gonna-
so.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop over and do a little healing word action.
Okay.
So that would be not very many. 5 hit points.
To Glax, okay. And your action?
So I just say, hey, pick yourself up now. And then I'm gonna walk. I don't know what to do. I guess I have an action now.
Yep.
Prepare to open
Can
the
I cast
door.
a cantrip? Am I allowed to do that?
You can use
Is
a
it
cantrip.
like- I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna start moving people to like the back of the room. So I'll pick up.
You can move
Phoenix.
Shira, but you will
Oh.
not be able to carry either of the other two as a Satyr.
Okay, well I'll move the small one.
Yep.
To the back.
Cool. Okay. Glax, you're up.
Okay, okay. I guess I will hex. Even.
Josh, the door's closed.
Then
door was
I'll
closed.
Find a window and open a window.
You
No,
have all been
don't do
told
that.
not to go through the windows. The windows are full of glass, and if you
Fine,
break
then
them,
I
you'll
guess
break
I'll
the seal.
just sit
If
here.
you want to open the door, attack, and close the door afterwards, that's fine, but you will need to move up to do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll open the door,
Mm-hmm.
fire a Eldritch Blast out,
Yep.
and then slam the door back.
Okay, I'm assuming you want to open the door, fire a hex and an Eldritch Blast, and then close the door.
Yes, those things.
Cool.
Mist everywhere.
Yep. Pink in colour, by the way.
That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 9 force damage.
Mm-hmm. E1 is wounded.
5 necrotic damage.
Yep.
And that'll be a +4 damage as I use Fury of the Small on it.
Nice, really good damage.
Then slam the door in his face.
Great. E7. He's still alive somehow. Don't know how he's managed to get away with just not doing anything this fight. That's 10 to hit you. 8 to hit you.
No,
Verdun.
that doesn't hit.
Okay, E3 is going to move up to the back of E1 and attack. Who fairy
Let's get a
fired?
wolf.
E1.
No,
Just
who
E1.
who cast the fairy fire?
Oh, me.
Okay,
I
so
think
yeah,
it's
cool.
over
So
now.
you're no, it won't be over. You didn't go down, did you? Did you make your con save to Your concentration
Oh,
check.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's with advantage.
It just
It was a
stays.
17
Oh,
to
that's
hit.
awesome.
That
Sorry,
is
I thought it went away on my turn, but it does not.
No, it's concentration
No.
for like.
a minute.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. That is some good damage actually from him. And Verdun, you're up.
Action, disengage, and then I'm running for the door.
Hold on. Okay. As you get to... Oh, how much movement speed have we got? 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to assume that Glax moved a little bit backwards when after opening the door. Okay, Verdun, you're able to make it through the door. Does that conclude your turn?
I can't close the door.
Yeah, you can. It's a free
No,
action.
because I used my.
It's a
Oh,
free
okay,
action.
then
It's
yeah.
object
Then
interaction.
yeah, I'll do it. Okay,
Yeah, cool.
then yeah, I'm closing the door.
Okay, cool. And you make it in. Any bonus action from you?
Yeah, can I don't know, this isn't a real bonus. Can I use my bonus action to slam my body against the door to
Oh, you want to
barricade it?
actually stand and lean against the door, yeah? Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I wanna start like preparing to barricade the door so
Okay.
that way those things can't get inside.
As you're doing so, can I take a perception check from Glax and from Shira, please?
I'm unconscious, so no, you may not.
No, yeah, you can't hear shit. Glax.
I got 4.
A 4?
I'll roll it for you if you'd like.
Nope. Okay, Lycus
I have a
and...
plus 7 to perception of wolf form, by the way.
I have
yes,
advantage
but
on perception.
Lycus and Verdun, although you hear, you all hear the same thing, but Glax didn't hear it well enough to make it out properly. You hear this strange guttural speech from the big dude outside the door. Verdun, you can give me an insight check with disadvantage.
Okay.
What language does it sound like?
Yeah, no, I that's a nat one. I don't know.
Nothing you've ever heard before, Lycus, I can tell you that for free. Karen, because you're in wolf form, you are not able to do anything, in this sense. Okay, cool. Does that conclude every... Yeah, it does. That concludes Verdun's turn. Great. E1 will turn around and deal with the snagging threat that is that pain in the backside. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's a dead wolf. Marvelous. Let's get rid of E3 from the equation. E2, well, move over here, and we'll join in this guttural chanting. Fennis, death save. Don't roll on that one. Cool.
18.
That was tense,
thank
wasn't
God.
it? Shira, your turn.
Guys, ready for the nat one?
Nah, it doesn't.
No,
Oh,
I
man.
believe in you. I believe in you.
Don't do it.
Ooh, that's a 3 though.
Okay, Kieran, you're up.
Kieran will use his
Heal.
action.
Heal.
Kieran will use his action to turn as he slowly molds back into his normal form with still very pointed teeth as he looks at the open area betwixt everybody outside of our Hodor, and he bonus action casts Healing Spirit in that open spot.
I don't think you can use a bonus action twice in a turn, sir.
I action to get out of
Can you?
form. Yeah, it's an action or a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Casting Healing Spirit, so
Yeah.
every single time somebody starts or has their turn in there, they get a 1d6.
Yep. And what's your maximum number of heals?
Anytime anybody walks into it.
What's
or
your
ends their
maximum number of heals?
turn. I'm trying to read the.
A spirit can heal a number of times. You get a 1 plus your spellcast ability modifier, which is 6 times. Thank you.
Six
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep, that's fine. And that brings us to... where are you putting it? Are you putting it on all 4 of them?
Putting it just in that open spot, like right in front of them, so it hits all of them. Or like, yeah. So that it hits everybody who's downed.
I mean, it can't hit everybody that's down. It's only 5 foot wide, so...
Yeah, I'm putting it like it's gonna be like between the two
On
of them.
top of somebody?
It has to be
so
on top of somebody.
let's have a look. It has a 5 foot range, so you can technically hit 2 people with this.
Yeah, that's just the 2 people that are down.
Nope, you can't do that. You can hit 2 people, but you can't hit the 2 that are down. You're going to have to choose between Fennis, who is up here, and Shira, who is down there.
Stars failed too, yeah.
More?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting.
So
Out.
is Venice,
In fact, you may even be able to do that. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it like that. Yeah, I think we can hit 3. So in that case, Lycus, you may roll a d6. It's a d6 of healing, right, Karen?
Yes, it is D6.
Okay.
I'm into this spell. 2 hit points.
Yeah, wait
I'm
till you
back.
see it
I'm
on
good.
somebody with life cleric points. Glax d6.
5.
Isn't it at like the start of our turn?
Yeah, it is, but I'm just taking the 2 that are going to go next first so that I have the healings done so I don't forget it. Lycus, you're up.
Okay. Does this chanting sound like a? Does it sound like a
Heal
spell?
the down person.
Hold on, please, no. I don't think Lycus has any idea what it is. Sorry.
No.
No.
Or, okay.
As an
I'm gonna
artificer, it's
go-
not really the same sort of typical arcane studying that certain
Yeah,
other
okay,
classes
cool.
do.
I'll walk over to Thanos and grab them by whatever collar is available, and I'm gonna pull them over into the healing area.
Okay. Yeah.
Which means they'll heal on their turn, so it's not like they can like
Isn't it
die
when
first.
He
someone
might
moves into it?
die before then.
Well, I mean, but like,
They can't die. They roll at the start of their turn, which means they instantly come up.
Yeah, unless somebody
Well,
kills
unless,
them
like, he
beforehand.
gets, like,
Wait a minute. Isn't it healing when you move into it?
Yeah,
as well?
no, Jamal, it's when they move to the first base first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
But you see,
specifically
I guess
on
it's
a
technically not
turn.
on my turn, but
It's
it's
not
a
on-
turn. So wouldn't that mean because it's someone else's
Being
turn,
dragged
it is
into
a
it
turn?
isn't moving into it.
Yeah, you are not moving
Right.
into it. You are being dragged
Okay,
into
fair
it.
enough. Right.
I guess I just don't want to use anymore. Kind of get tapped. But I guess I probably should.
I say save your spells.
That's a nice thing to do for Fennis. He has only failed once, to be fair. But being hit will kill him.
And
Yeah.
no, he got the nat 1. Didn't he?
No. Nobody got a nat one.
Yes, someone did get a nat 1.
Nobody got a nat one.
No.
Okay, James is saying no, so...
No. Somebody else said
Um,
said nat one when he was rolling, but he rolled a 3.
Oh,
A 3 and an 18 are his 2 rolls.
Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know what to do.
Well, something would be
Yeah.
good. An action, preferably.
Something
Maybe
would
a
be
bonus action as well.
Yeah.
Those things are useful.
Okay, I'm gonna do a healing word on Thanos.
Okay.
And then I'd like to. Well, I'll roll that first. Wow,
Yep.
I'm the worst healer. And you get
6
six
HP.
hit
Fennis.
points. I'm gonna run upstairs. Just my full movement.
Okay. Bye.
I don't like being in the cluster.
Cool.
Can I get into one of the rooms at this point?
Yeah, you can go into the upstairs
Or
bedroom.
not? Can I get
Verdon.
into the washer?
Sure, why not? Go have a shower. Sorry, Glax,
Like,
Glax, you're up.
shower.
Okay, why did I roll a d6?
That was how much you
Healing
healed.
spirit.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do the same as before. I'll just open the door, blast it, shut it.
Okay, so just leaning over Verdon's shoulder, he can use, Verdon will use your reaction to open the door for him, and close it again.
I feel like it's not a good idea to open this door. Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Okay, Glax, go ahead.
Come on, Path. Be a little bit useful.
Glax, go ahead. As soon as you open this door, you will hear this chanting nice and loudly. Make me an Arcana check.
Okay, that was a 17 to hit. Mm-hmm. And that's a nat 20 for a 22 on the Arcana.
They are casting Dispel Magic at a very strong pace, and they are chanting it together. You can assume they are trying to dispel the wards on the house.
Okay, does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 7 force damage and 5 necrotic damage to E1.
Yep. That's absolutely fine.
And then as Verdun slams the door shut, I'll just turn to everyone and tell them that they're trying to take down the barriers.
Yep.
Verdun, go back out there.
Verdun, you're up. You don't have to go back out there.
Yes, I do. They're gonna come in here if I don't go out there.
Yeah, but both of them can't fit through the door at one time, so...
Yeah, but then we lose the house.
There is no time for conversation at this particular moment.
All right, I'm going back out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open the door. I'll close it on my way out.
Find yourself flanked by 2 opponents.
How's E1 looking?
They're both looking wounded.
Great.
Don't you have to be like on the opposite side of an opponent to be flanking?
Not really. Not when they're this size and they have glaives. Flanking's all up to the DM.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I would
21
say that
defense,
in
1.
his current situation, it would be harder for him to block a blow than it would normally if he was 1v1. That's my logic. Yeah, that'll hit. Are you hitting E1, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, solid hit.
You've gotta be fucking kidding me. I rolled the minimum damage. That's
Why has it got a
because
+8 on it?
Because strength and my fighting style. Oh wait, it might have already been factored in.
Oh, no, that's
Thought
fine.
it wasn't factored
9
in.
damage, yeah?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. It's not bad. It is beginning
Well,
to
it's
look
not good.
severely wounded.
That's not good because that was my lowest damage I could have rolled. That's all I
Does
can
that
do.
conclude your turn?
Yeah.
That's a
kill me.
24 to hit you.
Yeah.
13 damage.
I'm down.
Okay. And he will pick you up and throw you over here. You will fail a death save.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, as he will
Guys
step
better
up
get
to
your
the
asses
door.
out there.
You guys hear the crunch of a glaive hitting the door as the magic chanting continues. Oh, E7 died a while ago, by the way. As did your wolf.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, they got
I broke
obliterated.
concentration on it.
Yeah, you did. Phanis, you are up.
Great. This is fucked. So E1,
Yeah, there's a beautiful hole in your door, by the way.
a hole in the door.
It's
oh wait,
spear-shaped.
you get the healing. You get the healing at the start of your
No,
turn.
Yeah, he
he
does.
left.
He does.
He already
No, he
rolled
does. No, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Venice
Roll a
doesn't-
d6, please, Phanis. He is literally right next to it. He was pulled there by Lycus. 5 healing. You have
Right.
1 cast left on that heal.
Can I? So
two,
this hole
sorry,
through the
two.
wall, is it big enough to cast and shoot through, or no?
No, it has a spear in it. Or a glaive,
Right.
specifically.
Right, we need to open this door right fucking now. We need to kill these fucks. We've got no choice.
You want to
left
go and
now.
open the door? Okay.
We're gonna have to try to open the door.
Well,
Yeah.
it's you. It's your turn. If you want to open the door, go ahead.
Right. Okay.
If not, you can ready an action to shoot when somebody else opens the door if you prefer.
Well, I kind of need to be able to take a bonus action and an action, so.
You can ready an action and take the... Can you ready a bonus action too? No, I don't think you can, no.
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
You don't need to take a bonus action, but if you want to go ahead and open the door and be the one in melee range, go ahead. I'm loving it. I'm living for it, in fact.
You already have
Well,
Hunter's Mark on one of them.
We've got no
No, he
fucking choice,
doesn't.
have
He
we?
went
So
unconscious in between.
can't just let the fucking.
Hey,
barriers
if you
go
want to
down.
open the door, go ahead. Do what you want. You guys are so indecisive today.
Honestly,
Well, I
just
didn't want to
ready
do
in
this
action.
fight anyway,
that's what I
so
was
fuck
doing.
you, I guess. Right, open the door, Hunter's Mark A1, and take the fucking shot.
You're going to shoot a bow at 5 foot range. You sure?
I ain't got much fucking choice, really.
I thought you had
I got a decent
melee
weapon
weapon.
at the minute.
Okay, cool. Yeah, roll
I
to
mean,
hit.
sure, I could try to fucking stab him instead.
Okay. Ironically, he is fairy fired, so you will be making your shot at straight.
Right,
I
okay.
could have rolled for crit. Damn it.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
That's 12. That's 9 longbow damage and Hunter's Mark damage. He's an extra 6. That's
Okay.
15.
I believe you marked him as your favoured foe earlier. I don't think that... Does that break on concentration?
No, that broke when I was.
Okay,
when I
cool.
got
That is a
down.
concentration
Yeah,
thing. Cool.
it acts like concentration.
Okay, Shira, roll a d6, please.
What?
Roll a d6, please, Shira.
I wasn't in the healing spirit.
The healing spirit was specifically placed on your head.
That's not what I heard. Well, a 6.
Yeah, it was placed on you, and then Fennis got healing worded. Yep, come up with 6 HP and take your turn.
Which
You
one looks
say-
worse?
Fennis standing in an open doorway. Oh, E1 is looking terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna scorching ray him.
Cool.
He heals again.
They're not fucking demons.
They're not demons at all. Yeah, one of them did blow, did put a cone of flame into the house, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, go ahead, Sharon, roll to hit. You're rolling an advantage on E1. He's verified. Cool.
Oh, thank
21.
fuck.
Yep.
It's 5 damage.
Okay, he's not dead yet.
19 hit.
Yep.
This music is so perfect right
Eight
now.
damage.
He's dead.
Oh, thank fuck.
E1 is down.
And the other one gets the next one.
Yep. That'll miss, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Does that conclude your turn?
He has one extra. Oh no, that guy wasn't very fair.
That was the third one, anyways.
Yep. Does that conclude your turn, Shara? Any bonus action?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Kiaran, you're up.
I
You'll
wonder
see
if I
me.
would have died.
Sorry?
I would have died if that healing spirit wasn't on me. I failed all 3 of them.
Nice.
With yeah, you'll
I-
see me. Well, go ahead.
Go on. Oscar, just go.
Yeah, you'll see me raise my hands up towards like the sky as a light comes shining down on top of E2, a beam of moonlight.
Yep.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to transform back into a wolf, and
Okay.
I will attempt to scoot my way along past our friend in the doorway. And
Yeah, I will move Fennis back slightly, just so that we can see you, but... Yep, so you're going to
And-
hold the door, are you?
Yeah, I guess
Very
I'm
good.
Hodor. And do I consider pack tactics since he was there, or no?
You can't cast Moonbeam and take an attack.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I'll Hodor and end my turn there.
Okay. Lycus, you are up.
I am up in the washroom, and my question
How's that
is,
bath going?
it's wonderful, steamy, very soothing. Is there any way? Do I detect any like paths that lead to the roof?
No.
Directly?
No. No.
Okay. I guess I'll just I get up the stairs, I look around, and I turn around and I go back down the stairs, and I'm gonna. I just want to get just so that I can see through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything heavy in the area?
Um,
Attached?
by heavy, do you mean under 5 pounds? What are you trying to do?
I want to throw something at him. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, maybe I shouldn't.
I haven't got a clue what you want to do, but I need a description of heavy. I mean, what is heavy? I mean, you're standing in a house.
5 pounds.
Yeah.
5 pounds.
Yeah, a house is heavy. A fork is heavy. It depends on what they are. There's
Throw the whole house at him.
yeah. There's some cutlery on the table.
Okay. Um. Hmm. What do I want to throw? 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 What do Hmm. don't think I should do that. Is anyone else able to like heal him?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know.
I can, but I'm, you know, I'm fuck off.
No,
nowhere.
he means is anybody else able to heal you?
I mean you.
Oh,
Yeah, technically I think Kieran might be able to heal him later, but not right now.
I probably shouldn't count on it. That kind of blows. All right, cool. I'm gonna look at E2 and I guess I'll cast. Does he look very necrotic?
He looks like he's got claws, black wings, red eyes, and he appears to be made of some sort of stone substance.
We'll go with acid splash.
Great.
I'm gonna like reach into this little thimble on my belt and just like this very precise splash of acid. Is gonna go at him. So I guess it's a
10.
dex save.
10.
Nope.
Yep, 5 damage.
So that is 5 acid damage.
Nice. He is still wounded.
And then I guess I'll go back upstairs. 'Cause I don't
You do not have the movement speed for that. You use your movement speed to
I
get
don't?
back down.
Okay.
No. Okay, Glax, you're up.
Cool, great, wonderful. Now I'm getting fireballed.
So I'm gonna open the door and move my.
The door is open, and Kieran is standing in the way of it. So yeah.
Doring.
I'll bonus action with my hex to E2.
Yep.
And then I'll fire out another pinky Eldritch Blast. Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
Cool.
Come on,
That
Josh.
is 7 force damage and 3 necrotic damage.
Nice. Good damage. Okay. Verdun, death save.
Oh my god.
Nat 20. Do it.
Cool.
16. I was
Okay.
really hoping for that nat 20.
Con save for me.
Kieran, what's your DC, please?
Can I get a con save first?
I asked what your DC is.
Oh, at 15.
Okay, that's a fail.
He is going to take 7 damage. Oh, that's 2d10s.
Okay. Ooh, hold on, this is interesting. Let me read this.
You just went Super Saiyan.
Okay. As he starts his turn in Moonbeam, he will be turned back to his original form. As you see
he rolls that with advantage regardless.
yeah, he rolls a disadvantage, I know. But I didn't want to give it away, so I was doing it, like, carefully. Nevertheless, he turns into this tiny little 5-foot creature holding a tiny little 5-foot glaive. You get the impression that he's some sort of spellcaster and shape changer. Isn't that exciting? Nevertheless, that will reduce his HP greatly. And I think he is going to... Yeah, he's going to turn it into an ethereal cloud. That will conclude his turn. Finish, you're up.
An ethereal cloud.
That's what I said. Gaseous form, if you want a specific answer.
Yes, that means there's nothing for me to hit. So
Indeed, it does mean there's nothing for you to hit. Maybe you can go and try and rescue your friend instead.
yeah, I'm going to charge out the door over to that's
Yeah.
yeah, I'm able to make all the distance, right? Yep.
Oh, yeah. You've got 50 foot of movement speed. You've still got 10 left.
Yeah, flying. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I'll fly out the door.
Yeah.
And I would like to make an attempt to stabilize.
Oh, okay. You're not going to kill... You used your last... Oh. You've used your last spell slot on Healing Word?
Yeah, I have
Nice.
to use my.
Okay, on Hunter's Mark even, sorry. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
That's a 17.
Nice. Yeah, you'll stabilize him. Cool. Does that conclude your turn? I don't think you can do much else, can you? Do you wanna, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can pull him 10 foot closer.
Sure, yeah, I'll drag him 10 foot and then that'll be my turn.
Okay.
We need to invest in a healer's kit, bro.
Maybe. Shari, you're up.
3 people who heal.
Would I know if I can hit an ethereal
You can.
cloud with
You can hit it to magic, but you'd know it that it would be resistant.
That's what I figured. Cool.
I believe that's
fuck
what
him.
I'm writing, gaseous cloud.
Fuck him. I'm gonna cast magic missile on him at level 2.
It has resistance to non-magical damage, actually. No, it doesn't have resistance.
Is it med?
Yeah, that's just straight damage. It's resistance to non-magical damage, but the difference is it can't be hit by an attack. A physical attack. So yeah, go ahead. Full damage. Magic missiles.
Ha,
Oh,
eat
well.
shit, Cloud.
Well, I rolled as low as I could, so 2 damage.
I need another 2 rolls. It's magic missiles fires 3
Oh, yeah,
bolts.
3.
Yeah.
That's right, 3, sorry.
That's right. Can you imagine how shit that spell would be? You do 1d4 plus 1 force damage. That's the end of your turn. 3 and 3. But do you know the amazing thing about magic missiles? I have to make 3 con saves on gaseous form.
That's amazing.
That's a 16. That's a 19. You need him to get below a 10, by the way. And that's a 10, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Kieran, you are up. I believe, I do not think your wolf is capable of moving Healing Spirit, I'm afraid. Oh, Healing Spirit's down.
Roll concentration, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll concentration on it.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I get to do 4 of them because I'm casting at 2nd level.
Oh, okay.
One more attempt to fuck that shit up. There's another 3 damage from him.
Sick. That'll do it. As you see,
Roll
he is. Yep.
concentration?
Yep. Here, you see this
Yeah.
tiny little form reappear.
Thank God I
That
read
changes
my fucking
my
spell.
plan.
Thank God I read the spell.
Oh, that changes my plan. So instead of healing our downed friend, I'm going to bite at this tiny little creature in front of me.
Okay.
Would we say still pack tactics because I'm standing, like his Phaenus was right next to me, or?
Phaenus is nowhere near you.
Oh, all right. I thought Phaenus was in the door, like.
Is my map
He
not
was,
working?
and then he was, and then he came to get me.
Did he? Oh yeah, Phaenus went way over there. That's 10 to hit.
No. That'll miss.
No.
Does that end your
yeah.
turn?
Yeah, that'll be my entirety of my turn.
Excellent.
Oh, well,
Good turn.
actually, I guess I'll bonus action to make sure that the moon stays on top of him.
Yeah, the moonbeam is directly on top of him. Sorry, I'm just trying to find out what my door is because it's annoying me. Lycus, you're up.
Oh boy. So Phaenus stabilized him.
But didn't. He
But
can't get him
he's
up.
not-
He's at 0 HP. You can't get him up.
But like he won't die.
He'll die if he gets hit.
Right. Okay. How rough is little 5-foot man looking?
Very.
Oh. I guess I should save it. Friends. For my companions. Because they're important. Okay. I'm gonna run just like over, like as far as I can get over to Mr. Wings. Both of them, really.
You'll provoke an opportunity attack doing that.
Okay, never mind. That completely changes my plan.
Kill the
I'm
bastard.
gonna kill him. I'm gonna reach my hand out and begin to levitate all of the silverware, and I'm gonna just like chuck it at him as I cast catapult. Just right at him. Okay, so
That's an 18 on the dex save.
saving throw. Okay.
Cool.
So that's a success. But what
Does that
happens?
conclude your turn? What happens? The cutlery continues flying for another 80 feet.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's all that happens.
Congratulations.
I'm
Oh,
glad
no,
you.
it just no. What happens is it just hits him and then stops moving.
No, but it didn't
It
hit him.
just-
That's the point.
No, it says if they fail, it just hits him and then nothing happens. Like
He didn't fail though.
No.
he passed.
He didn't fail. He succeeded, which
oh,
means that it just
you're right.
keeps
I'm
going.
sorry.
Yes. Anyway, please
Just
carry
keeps
on.
going.
Bonus action. End of turn.
Cool. I can cantrip, right?
Not as a bonus action.
Unless you have one that is a bonus action.
No, you can't do. That's not possible, man. Laws is written. Even if you have a cantrip bonus action, you can't do it if you've cast a spell on your turn. Only if you used an action to do something else.
I did not know that.
No, I didn't know it until last week. Miego
Okay.
informed me.
Well, I'll just move. I'll take the opportunity attack.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Go on, take that opportunity attack.
Ooh. If I die, that would be bad. Maybe I'll wait. I think I'll wait. I'll just get close.
Okay. Glax, you're up.
Kill the fucker.
I'm trying.
Try harder.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Cool. That is 12 force damage and 3 necrotic damage.
Please describe his grisly demise.
He doesn't have it back. Nice. He gets hit in the face by a ball of pink mist and is knocked to the ground. Non-lethal.
Oh, non-lethal damage. Okay. That's remarkable. Okay. Kiaran.
Because I don't see Glax's Eldritch Blast.
Is it lethal? Cool, that's fine.
Lethal, yeah, basically.
Kiaran, you see this tiny little 5-foot, almost figurine, fall to the side, glaive in hand. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna let the rest of my party handle that. I'll break concentration on Moonbeam, making sure not to kill him, and I'll use my 40 feet of movement to make my way over to
Verdun.
Verdun. And
Nice.
I will action to get out of wolf form, and I will cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
Wait. I didn't know you had that.
for 12 health.
Yep, he has Cure Wounds and Healing Spirit. He's helping your fat ass keep people alive. Actually, Kieran, didn't we retcon that you were going to take Healing Cure Wounds? Not that it's a problem.
I just stuck with it.
Okay.
The other one that I had wasn't really worth keeping at a first level spell anyway. So 12
Okay.
health to
We
Verdun.
seem to have lost somebody.
Josh.
Okay. Anyway. Yep, at this point, Fennis, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna grab everyone and just tell them to get the hell inside the house and start shooting people in. And
Okay. As you
If I
all
can.
pass this little statue, do you want to do anything with it?
yeah, we had some rope kicking around, right? I've got rope in my inventory.
Yeah.
How tall is this thing? 5 foot?
4.5 inches.
4.5 inches.
Yes.
It's not a 5 foot thing.
It was 12 foot, and then it reverted to its original form. It is 5.5 inches tall.
Get some
Fuck, I thought you
string.
said it was 5 foot.
Nope.
Oh. So what the fuck is it then? Like,
It's a
what
tiny
actually is
little
it?
figurine holding a glaive with wings and red eyes, but it's only 5 inches tall. It's an aberration, as
So we were
Verdun
being
will tell you.
attacked by a 5-inch tall aberration.
Well, it was 12 foot tall until you cast Moonbeam on it, but yes.
Okay. Well, I thought you said it was 5 foot tall, so I was gonna like try to tie some.
You
tie
can
some shit
tie up
together.
the 5-inch dude
No.
if you want.
But no,
Use
not
some
with rope.
string,
That's
though.
too small to do with rope. So I tell you what, I don't even know what I want to.
You do know it's a spellcaster capable of gaseous form, though, right?
I honestly kind of want to just crush it, but
Okay.
I don't
Let's throw it
have
into
anything to crush
hell.
it with.
Well, you can just stamp on it. Just stamp on
you
it.
could do, but-
Yeah, it'll fail 2 death saves and die.
Should throw it into hell. That's a good
Throw it
idea.
into hell.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, that seems like a fitting end. Let's do that.
Okay, so you will throw
You
it
want
into
it in his
hell.
house so bad?
Yeah,
Oh,
can't
wait,
wait for us to
maybe
get to the
not.
final
Then-
boss of this encounter, of this entire session. This
Yeah.
entire thing, and there's just a fucking 5'5" dude who transforms into like a 40-foot tall fucking aberration who's I've been waiting. for
Yeah,
this
I'm just
moment."
like,
Okay.
unbarricade the thing, chuck it into hell, and then rebarricade
Okay.
quickly.
You're tossing it into hell. We will take a break. See you in a moment. Welcome back to the Sundering. As our party retreats inside the home that they have made for themselves, shutting the door and with that barrier still intact. Just before you guys choose to take a long rest, I come to Fennis, who I've just told it's okay to go AFK. Nevertheless, I will come to the rest of you as well. Obviously, there are a few things interesting going on the ground. When you killed the other big guy, he reverted to this tiny little form. And he did actually explode in a large necrotic explosion, but he did so while the door was closed, so you guys didn't actually get to see this. It was a sort of open-close moment. But I will tell you that if you had of melee damage killed the enemy, you would have taken 5d10 necrotic damage in a 5-foot radius.
Wow.
So, yeah, there is a good chance that... well, no, it was probably Kieran who would have just got knocked to shit. But regardless, Fennis, as you look out, you see 3 wolves dead upon the ground. Would you like to attempt to harvest them for parts?
Yes, please.
Okay, for now, just give me a dex check plus your proficiency modifier. I knew I forgot something. I meant to give you guys your skill checks today, but I just forgot to add them.
Okay, dex check.
Yeah, dex check plus proficiency modifier. So
Where do I
13, yeah?
find a proficiency modifier again?
Right at the top next to your walking speed. It's 13 is your roll.
Yeah, 13.
Okay then. That's absolutely fine. Let me do a little roll. No one's saying not consistent. Okay, you may get 2 unrefined hide. 2 animal tooth. 1 animal bone. And 1 animal fat.
Are there any intact stomachs?
Not really, no. These monsters got decimated by large glaives and fire and all sorts of other nasty things. But for what purpose did you want an intact stomach?
I wanted to extract the acid and contents from their stomach.
Oh, grim. Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Nevertheless, you do get those parts. All the workable parts of the wolves. And then as you retreat back into the home and head upstairs and sort of spread yourselves out for a long rest, you make yourselves comfortable. You can pull the cart into the outhouse, and there is a sort of... It's not really a tarp, it's like a... Because it's old style, but it's like a large bit of thick burlap material that you can pull down to shelter the cart.
When I woke up after my rest, I would have taken the horse and I would have gone and done that.
Yeah, I mean, you can move the cart yourself. It's not that heavy.
Yeah.
But yes, Clop will be available upon the end of your long rest. When you all rise, how are we feeling?
Great.
Ow.
Concerned.
Feeling better, but also didn't like that at all.
I look generally unconcerned.
We could, think we could work on our, game plan and fights, guys.
Yeah, maybe we should try and let me stand between the 2 big guys, not you, Verdant.
I mean, listen, I had to do something, alright? They were gonna dispel the magic. I had to do something to stop it. We would have lost this place if they had gotten it off, so...
Well, I'll say I'm very comfortable just hanging out in the back, making sure everyone's all right. Very good with that.
Important question. What time of day is it now? Roughly?
It's approximately 5:45 in the evening. Sorry, 5:45 in the morning. And as you look out, there is a strange weather phenomenon, I guess is the best way I can say it. It's there's a very heavy and thick fall of what appears to be a mixture of ash and snow. But it's falling. It's not falling particularly quickly. It's floating down, but it's thick. Your vision is obscured by this.
Something tells me about time we got ourselves breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, we have some wolves out there that we can use for cooking.
Nope, you harvested all those parts. There was no meat on them, but you did find some food in the kitchen. Almost all of it was still usable.
Yeah, who's our resident cook right now? Or is nobody a resident
Glax.
cook?
Glax is a
Okay.
great cook.
He is.
I'm kind of handy with a blade, but I'm not really a cook. I can provide assistance for Glax preparing food as needed. But I will let Glax do the
just-
actual cooking.
James, just as a question, how is like the condition of anyone who uses like weapons and stuff like that? How is the condition of?
No problems.
the-
I'll let you know when
no
those
problem,
sorts of
yeah.
things are coming in. You know, we're early days right now. Glax, go on.
The only problem is that Clark's has never cooked meat before.
Oh.
It's
Well, I
okay,
tell you
I
what,
have. I can use
I
help.
will, yeah, with the help action, I think Fennis can teach you a little bit about how to, if Glax would. I'm assuming in these times you'll do whatever he needs to survive.
I mean, I'll do it for them. I think Clark's will still stick to like through it a bit.
Yeah, provided he can, yeah. Okay, so, Fennis, if you want to remove one fresh fruit, one fresh veg, and one, I think I gave you pork as your meat, right?
You said
Yes.
just dried meat.
Yeah, no, I gave him the specifics. If you want to remove one of
okay.
each of those, Glax, I'll take a cooking check, please. And I believe I have given you a modifier.
That's
Yeah?
18.
Nice. Okay, roll me a d6, please.
It's a nat one.
Okay, so that's a 1 plus 3, which is 4. Each of you will gain 4, increase your maximum HP. So for those of you who don't know how to do this, click on your HP on your sheet, and down the bottom left you'll see max HP modifier. Write 4 in that box. And, that will be your cooking buff for the day. It only lasts
What
8
did we
hours.
get if we took a shower?
Clean.
Okay. You said that there were some other stats.
No, I said
Or
that there is a benefit if you have been burnt or scalded by acid,
okay.
or if you've been covered in it. Nevertheless, as you all look out on this strange falling ashy snow, as you eat the meal that Glax has prepared for you, you look out the window, it's almost beautiful. Almost.
If we head outside, will my brooch
Shield you completely.
shield you? Yeah.
Only you, but yes, completely.
Look, yeah.
Would anybody else like to take a step outside, maybe see what this weather feels like?
Yeah.
I will, why not? I'll brave it.
Okay, so a few of you
Outside.
pop outside, and as you put your hand out and let this strange ashy snow fall upon you, it is not cold. Its consistency is almost like fluff, but it breaks apart as soon as it gets to you, and it still coats the ground like snow, but it's an ashy mixture of snow and warmth, soot.
So it's warm.
It's not really either. It's a sort of it's not cold to the touch. It's not warm to the touch. It's just body temperature, I guess, or room temperature, but not in a room.
Yeah,
It's
gotcha.
the same temperature as the weather, I guess, would be a better way of putting it. It is quite temperate outside, but yeah, it's coating the whole ground in a thick grey fluff.
What in the world might this be?
Yeah, I mean, I would say give me an H check, but it really is just a mixture between ash and snow.
We do.
My assumption would be then it's sort of volcanic ash, like, in a sense, it seems
very
like
much
it.
Well, it rains ash all the time, right? Ash falls from the
Yeah.
sky all day, every day. It's just that it's combining with snow in this
Yeah.
situation.
We do still have a couple more houses we have on this side if we
You have
want to.
quite a few.
We want to continue searching, or perhaps we.
Yeah, why
While
not?
you look out of this home, you see the place where the wolves were, which appears to be intact, which is directly southeast. And directly south of you is a home where you see two walls intact towards you, but you can see round the edges of them that the walls have fallen either side. Obviously, there's the big building that appears to be broken down the center, and you know there are buildings down the other way.
How about we go for the more intact one first? Where the wolves came from. There might be something there.
Okay. Anybody hold any disagreements with that?
As long as we
No.
go carefully.
Okay, can I have a survival check from Fennis and Kiaran? Can I have a perception check, please?
18 perception.
15.
Yeah, you notice straight away that this house, the walls have left, as you will see the tracks moving out of them. Kiaran, with your perception check, it is near silent in this area. You can still hear some noises of beastie animals far away, but in the snow-like texture falling from the sky, you can gather that lots of people have gone dormant. And with that, you are able to enter what is a fairly intact home. As you go in, you see a rustic dining area that appears to have been scavenged, and you see that in the corner of the kitchen, the wolves had made themselves a den. There was, however, a door at the bottom of the staircase leading upwards that is closed.
Is there any pups at
No.
said den? Okay.
Sadly
We're getting a farm. Is there an upstairs?
Yeah, there's a door to the upstairs that was closed.
Oh, okay.
Downstairs, you can search around, but all you'll find is a couple of wooden eating implements. Nothing major. However, as you head upstairs, you see a richly appointed bedroom, looking like it's designed for a couple. And on the nightstand is a letter. With a small flower upon it that appears to have withered and died.
I'll read the letter.
Okay. This is in common, and it says, Mum, Dad, I'm sorry. I never meant to be a disappointment. I know you'd always thought that I would join the Vala Legion. But that life's not for me. I know I was meant to be walking out with Alessandra. But I'm in love, and I've been in love for a while. The beautiful sword that you made me hangs upon my wall. I know it cost you a lot of money. I hope that maybe you can sell it or something. But me and Marianne are leaving. I won't tell you where we've gone or you'll track us down, I know you will. But know that I always loved you. Give my best to Alessandra. Yours always, Luca.
Sword.
This must have been the most gossip.
Phil.
Gossip-ridden town.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
He's
seems
a
like a
scoundrel.
Every single story we've heard so far has been a telenovela.
Regardless, you see that there are 3 teardrops down the letter, and as you picked up the letter, you see a sort of small necklace that was underneath it. Verdun, give me a history check here with advantage.
Good, because I'm really bad at history.
You're not bad at this history.
15.
Yeah. You noticed a small mark of tear on the necklace, a little dangling sword, and you know that these necklaces are given to young boys when they're first born, babies, when they're first born, to sort of partly to protect them, but also to allow them to grow with strength. It's seen as a child who's going to be an offering to Tyr. Not as in, like, we stab them in the throat and offer them on an altar, but, like, we want them to live their life in Tyr's guidance. The necklace has no magical power whatsoever, but it is of interest.
I'll take it.
As you look around the rest of the room, you notice that it's mostly just exactly as you'd expect. There's a couple of closets, some clothing, that sort of stuff. But nothing of any interest to a party of adventurers, at least.
But other rooms.
Yeah, there is a second bedroom. And as you head there, you see that it's been cleared out. Yeah, I mean, it looks like somebody packed very well before leaving. You see on the wall there is a wooden, sort of like a shield emblem, where clearly a sword should hang. Unfortunately, the sword is not there. Well, you may assume that he left it for mother and father. So where did they put it? Is the real question. When you
tear this part of house.
Yeah, that's
this house
fine.
apart.
But you spend 10 minutes investigating the home. Upstairs, as I said, you find very little. You find a couple of Luca's kids' toys that he left behind, a spinning top. And you see a drawing that he'd made of Alessandra with her name on it, but that was left behind.
Can we get any sense of how old he is?
15, 16?
Man.
That's not particularly unusual in these times and these places. You know, you'd be engaged at sort of 14, 15.
Elves?
No. Alessandra was a half-elf. Luca is a human. I'll just tell you that because I don't really know how you discover it, but it's, yeah, just for qualification.
Okay, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little better.
Yeah.
So, is there any, like, loft area in this, or is this building not the sort to have that?
No. None of these buildings are capable of having a loft as such.
Okay.
There a
So
cellar?
it's just the rooms we can see.
Yeah, there is no cellar here either. There was just the downstairs room.
Any water anywhere?
No. No water down here. If you
Or
want
well?
to... there was a well in the town, but it
Yeah.
was
We
don't
filled
talk-
with
no, we don't-
ash.
we don't talk about
And
that
there was
well.
also another well that, yeah, was rather abyssal in nature and dark. But no, there was also an ash-filled well elsewhere. Oh,
Okay.
But there's no signs of anyone that's been afflicted with any kind of lava or ash or anything in this particular building.
No.
Or anywhere or anywhere on the perimeter of this building as well, I guess.
No. No signs of anyone who's dead.
So whoever was here probably got out in some way.
Yeah.
You're right there, James. You look like you're struggling with that.
If this
That's fine.
fucking music doesn't fucking work, that's why. It's just every now and then this fucking duck just decides, no, the queue's full. Makes me so angry. It completely takes away from the mood and my concentration.
Duck
When
is
it
touching
decides to
upon
not
life.
do what it should do.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless. As you search around after 10 minutes, you do find in the back of the wolf's scat and sort of other areas of, where they've made a mess. Behind this, you find a leather scabbard. And within this leather scabbard, you find Luca's sword.
I'll draw it out, take a look at it.
Yeah. Let me bring it up on D&D Beyond, and I'll read it to you.
And does Vernon have a weapon as of right now?
I have many weapons.
Oh, I mean like a sword.
I have an axe, battle axe, and then I have a short sword of tier.
Okay. Luca's silver short sword. In darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 15 feet. This blade is silvered and is effective against the undead.
Is it a short sword?
It is a short
It is
sword,
a short
Phoenix.
sword.
I know how much you need one of those.
Yeah,
I
think,
really would like to have that if nobody else has urgent need for this particular sword.
No, I'm good for it. I was more wanting it as an option in case anything happens to any of our weapons.
No, I understand.
I have my good backup tier sword, so I'm fine.
And you'd rather have your sword of tier than
Yeah.
this particular sword.
Yeah, and you are also in more need of it than I.
Then,
Well,
if nobody has any disagreements, I would like to take the sword and scabbard, clean off the scabbard, rather meticulously. If I can take a few minutes to wipe everything off and make it look much more presentable.
I
Go
would like
ahead.
to cast prestidigitation on it to make it
Yep.
clean.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
well, the sword itself was beautifully clean. It was just the scabbard that was dirty.
Yeah.
But yeah, your prestidigitation, and it looks beautiful. And at this point, I'll take a perception check from Kieran.
10.
You hear a low growling from outside the front door. But
Yeah.
Kieran, you recognize that this is like a pining, whining almost. As you head
are you
to
about to
the
pick up
door.
the whole farm of
No.
animals, James?
As you head to the door, Kieran, you see a large winter wolf. He looks at the remnants of his den. And he makes a perception check.
You should say hi.
Yeah, Phanes. He will leap at you.
He leaps at me.
He smells the wolf upon your clothing and within your packs.
Oh, cause you gutted all of them, yeah.
Damn it.
I would move to intercept if I would move to. Oh, okay.
Venice is holding a sword in his hand. It's not like it's a problem. But Venice, I want to know how you would react. Do you want to react by talking to him? Do you want to react by stabbing him through the throat with the silver sword that's in your hand? Or do you want to try and get out the way and back down?
That
Or
wolf
anything
was
else.
definitely smelling the air. There's no way it wouldn't know.
Oh, it knows. It decimated his family.
And we had no choice.
We didn't. The demons did.
Yeah, actually, technically, we never killed any of the wolves. It was the demons that or the aberration
Can I just
monsters.
get you guys to remember that this is Venice in this moment having to deal with this, not 6 people? You can see it, but it's Venice's reaction. So he's not going to have a
Soldier's
conversation
reaction to
before he
being
does it.
ambushed by a creature holding the sword at the ready. There is, sadly in this case, no other way.
So as this creature jumps and what is a last guttering spurt of revenge, really? You twist the sword around and he skewers himself upon it to the throat. He falls dead
Damn it.
upon the ground, and you see that he's a bit mangy, really, a bit mangy. I don't know which way to say that word.
Yeah.
But
Mangy,
regardless,
yeah.
he appears to be thin, hungry, and dead.
Damn it. Damn it all, and damn this fucking Sundering. This never needed to happen. It's
Kill or be killed, man.
yeah, I know, and I don't disagree. It's regrettable. It's regrettable that it's the way that it is, but you're right. It is the way that
Gonna
it
go
is.
over and put my hand on his shoulder, kind of try and comfort him a bit.
I'll look at him and I'll ask him if you seem
Hey.
down about what you just did. Would you like me to bury him?
You know what? That's noble. If that's okay, if we can dig a small hole, then yeah.
I'll pick up the body. I'll walk outside. And, I'll with my hand. You see it shape into that of a claw as the earth moves as a 5-foot hole.
And I'll be assisting with my shovel as well. I'll grab
You
the
don't
shovel
need
from
to.
the top.
I'm molding it with spell,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
and I'll drop the wolf's body in there, and I'll move the dirt back on top.
Beautiful.
And into the earth, I'll carve a druidic symbol of peace.
Damn these gods. I can only hope that this is the case for all of the world. That there is still some hope.
As
My
you're
friend-
sorry, go on, Shara. Go on.
My friend, it's for sure gonna get worse before it gets better.
We can do whatever.
Indeed.
But we can stick it out together.
Let's just try to not get worse with it, is all.
Let's just
You
try
seem
not
like
to.
a group with decent camaraderie and morals. Let's try to hold on to those for as long as possible.
Any
And
life
let's at
that
least
is
try
spared.
not to be dead.
Yeah. Any life that is spared.
Also,
It's a good life.
Let's tread carefully from now on, yeah?
Indeed.
Just as a quick one,
Well-
when you step outside this building, you will see to your left that the two walls of the building, inside those two walls appears to be a crackling fire in a fireplace, still burning, and floor to ceiling library, as it's filled with bookshelves. You see a desk with a pen and a journal, a book across it. South of you is a small building that appears to be somewhat intact and looked after. And southeast of you is a rickety building with only a wall and a half standing that appears to have been completely scavenged. Hand back to you.
is it so the journal is within the house?
So this building over here has just two walls and then a desk with a book on it and then floor to ceiling bookshelves all the way along the two walls.
Oh,
I think we should go there.
I reckon we look at that one. Yes, that seems desirable.
As soon as you step within the threshold of the building, you hear a voice. Eliana? Is that you? Eliana? Can you hear me? As you look, you see a faint silver outline of a ghost. The ghost is a man in his 70s. He's bearded. He appears to be a scholar of some sorts. And he calls out to you, "Is that Eliana?"
There's no Liliana here, my friend.
Goodness, my eyes are going. I don't know where she went. She said she was going shopping. She didn't come back.
I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think she'll be coming back.
Why ever not? We spent 60 years together. Why would she not come back? That'd be ridiculous.
Can you not see the world around you?
My vision isn't what it once was. But her spirit's still here. My senses, my magical senses have not failed me.
So you
Our
realize
spirit?
that you're a spirit.
Oh yes, quite dead. We were obliterated in the wave of the Sundering, but we always said we'd go together. Her spirit's on this plane somewhere, but it's trapped. I don't know why she hasn't come back.
You're a spirit.
How do you know
You
it's
have an-
you?
You intrigue me, my friend.
Intrigue or
Do you
not.
have any idea?
Go on, Shara.
Do you have any idea where she might be? You said you still feel her presence. Do
She
you have
went-
a direction?
She went shopping, which is to the south part of town, when that cataclysm came and, well, I don't think I couldn't
she
feel
went
it.
shopping pre-cataclysm.
Well, she didn't go shopping as a spirit, did she? What was she going to buy and who
Yeah.
from? Regardless.
Well, perhaps if
Listen
we
here.
run upon her on our ventures, perhaps you could give us your name so that we could let her know you're looking for.
My name is Everland. And we always said we'd depart this plane together. I will wait here until the day that she comes. And we will leave in peace together.
And what if
Oh.
she's already gone? Just wondering, not insinuating.
60 years together. She wouldn't leave me.
What if she was forcibly removed?
Her spirit is on this
Not
plane
that
of
we were
existence.
involved.
Her spirit is on
Clear.
this plane of existence. I feel
My
it.
friend, we will look for her
Thank
when
you.
we get there.
And
Please
if
spell
you
his
do,
name, Jake.
I shall tell you this. Sorry, what?
How do you spell his name?
The same way that I've written it in chat.
That was the wife's name, wasn't it?
Nope. She's
No, it was
Iliana.
Iliana or Liliana?
Iliana. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
And he says, if you can bring her spirit to rest with me, you will do so by finding a small ring that was upon her person. That is what her spirit will reside in. Bring it to me, and we shall depart together, and in return, I will tell you the secrets of my library.
I am personally a fan of this
Sorry.
trade.
Shira, what was that?
Would we be able to bring you to her?
No, I don't think so. Unfortunately, though her spirit resides in a ring, mine resides in this library.
I figured. It didn't hurt to ask.
You are more than welcome to flick through the tomes. They tell the histories of the Dwarven and Elven wars. I've studied them for many years. There's also a few tomes on herbology and other ways of caring for plants, but the deeper secrets of the library I will give to you only if you bring my wife's spirit to me.
I imagine once we complete this, I'll just help myself to the useful ones anyways.
Herbology.
No need to waste time now.
Good. I hope that these books go into the hands of somebody who'll look after them. How did you survive this terrible cataclysm, Fairy?
Luck is what it seems like.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure. Nothing. I just kind of wound up here.
Wound up here? Where are you from?
The Fae.
Oh, and perhaps when your plane collided with this one, you were fortunate to survive the damage of
Yes.
the cataclysm.
Nothing in particular around me really was destroyed, but it was definitely shooken up a lot. And there's no way I couldn't notice it. But I came out rather unscathed.
Most fortunate. And companions you seem to have.
I happened upon them. Just as they would say about the rest of us.
I am glad that, with the finite amount of luck in the world, I did not steal any from you young'uns. We were ready to go. But we would like to go together.
Well, I will do everything in my power to see that through.
If you're interested in books and studies, there was a mage who lived just over there, and he gestures towards the house to your southeast. He kept some studies in magical wares. Perhaps they will be of interest to you.
Oh, you have no idea.
Carnius was a good mage.
I think Glax was trying to talk.
I don't think it was Glax.
I heard someone.
I was just gonna say, since I think we should go look for the wife or continue our searches of houses.
You'd gather from his description that the wife is across the chasm. So
the other side of the
that
chasm,
might be
yeah.
that might be a later date thing. Yes. As we're not going to manage to cross
I
that
actually have
today.
a question for you if you're
Oh yes,
open to giving
go ahead, Shadow.
directions. Have you the location of any apothecaries or alchemist shops in the area?
Why yes, the
I'm
shopping
trying to
districts.
stock up.
And he'll point
Is it
again
across the
across
way?
the chasm. All of the shops, the shopping district, were down here.
Ah, that's
And
great.
southwest.
Guarded by the hideous creatures screeching. That's awesome.
Well,
And
that is
various
very
other
helpful.
beings.
Thank you so much.
That is quite all right.
Well, you enjoy your ghost thing. We'll help you not be a ghost, and things will be cool. Or at least that's what I think is a good plan.
I'm glad you see it all in such a positive light, young one.
Well,
Try.
we'll
If we
be on our
don't,
way
no one
then.
will.
Sorry, what was that, Shara?
Said if we don't see it positively, no one will.
Sure. And Verdun, you said?
We should be on our way then.
And with that, you going to this building to your southeast, the Mage's building?
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking for
probably.
sure. I have beelined into that house.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
As
I have a
you...
question.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry. Like
Go on.
just before we left, were there any like, just like books or like, just like pieces of parchment, like bound blank parchment anywhere in there?
You wanted empty books? Not
Yeah.
really.
Were there
no.
any empty books?
There was a few blank pieces of parchment, just singular pieces of parchment. If you had have searched around briefly, you would have collected 3.
I'll leave them.
Okay.
Was there anything that you could use to write on paper?
Yeah, there were 2 ink pens and 2 sets of ink.
Okay,
I
I'll
will take one of those.
Take 1 each.
One each.
Okay. As you approach this building, Shira, you look into this building, and you see, as you enter the door, a cozy room. And in this cozy room... Shira, as you enter this room, you see what is like a jungle. This room is filled with plants and various different forms of butterflies and little bits of life. And at the very center of the room is a most incredible plant. It has flowers of red and yellow and gold and blue and orange. It's one of the most fascinating plants you've ever looked at. Lycus. I will come to you all separately first, and then I'll let you guys roleplay it out. Lycus, as you enter this room, you also see something that is like a jungle, but this plant at the center appears dangerous. It has bells filled with some sort of seeping acid. And as you look over to the sides of the
Be
room...
wary.
Um,
Stay away from the one in the middle.
as you look round to the sides, you will see various thorns and thistles. Kiaran, as you enter this room, you see a peaceful, cozy room. And at the centre, a kitten is curled upon a chair. Glax, you see a room with stones and water at the centre of the most incredible blue. You see candles floating gently around the room. And at the centre is a small animal that you recognize to be one of the fey-like creatures that used to reside in Vishana's realm. Phenis. As you enter this room, like Kiaran, you see a peaceful, cozy room with a kitten curled at the centre. Is Darth with us? Is he just cameraless, or has he died?
Yeah, I'm cameraless.
Okay,
Wi-Fi
that's-
for computer not work, so I'm on phone.
Okay, we'll just go to this screen.
So wait, I'm in the room and I
Yeah,
see
hold
a
on,
kitten.
hold on. Yeah, so
Right.
Kiaran and Phenis, you see a cozy room with a kitten curled at the centre. Phenis, you see a room that reminds you a little bit of home, really. It's a well-appointed, noble home. And at the centre of the room is a kitten. At this point, I need every single one of you to make a charisma save, please. Shira, you will make this with advantage. Everybody else, as you are.
About that.
Okay, I don't need the results right now. I just need you guys to roll a charisma save. The exception, I'm assuming, is Glax, who's rolling with dice. Glax, what was your charisma save, please?
23.
23. Okay, and Shara, did you roll with advantage?
No, I was trying to ask that.
Yeah, Shara, you're the
15.
only one that rolls with advantage. Okay, so each one of you, as you're drawn into this room, just give me 2 seconds and I'll then leave you completely to roleplay with it. Each one of you, as you're drawn into this room, lose track of your companions. As you reach out and you're distracted by the room that you're confronted with. Glax, you stand at the threshold of a room watching your whole party moving closer to what appears to be a 6-foot plant as your vision fades of the beautiful fey room that you saw. And instead you see what is a veritable jungle of nasty tentacle-like vines and growths. And at the center of this room is this horrific plant It's almost arm-like vines reaching out at everybody, and it's emitting a permanent, way too sweet, sickly scent of pink dust. You may call out to your companions, but they will not respond.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah. I have a
I
question.
was gonna fire an Eldritch Blast in it to try and stop it from
Great.
mesmerizing the pie.
In that case, just before you do, I will come to other people and see where they're at. Lycus, can you repeat whatever it was you were just saying?
Yeah, is this a magic effect?
Not really, no. It's also not a charm
okay.
for those who are interested. In terms of being a Satyr, you wouldn't have rolled with advantage. It is only Shire that rolled with advantage, but she rolled with advantage for a very different reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's okay.
I mean, I want to collect some acid.
What did I see? I missed what I saw.
You've a cozy appointed room that... a richly appointed room that felt very much like home. And at the center of that room was a small puppy sat on a chair.
For me?
No,
for
that
me.
was for Verdun.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Okay. Not sure. We're being pulled in towards it, or
I think that because of the nature of the illusion and the depth of it, it is almost convincing you that this is reality, and whatever that horrible world outside was with your companions was not. And as each of you moves closer to what you think is this peaceful animal, you see the whole room sort of waver as Glax fires an Eldritch Blast at this plant.
That's a nat 20 for a 27 to hit.
I'm really sorry, but you're going to have to remember that till next episode.
You bitch.
So at the beginning of next episode, I will put a note down here. Glax nat 20. Okay? Because as this room shimmers, each one of you falls unconscious. Apart from Glax.
what was the save DC?
22.
For it? Damn.
And
Why
I
didn't
rolled
you
a
even
nat
have
one,
me
so
roll?
yeah.
I can't even
You
roll
can,
a
because
20.
you can get a nat 20.
Yeah, and I rolled
And a nat
nat
20
one,
is a
so go
natural
figure.
success. However, as you all fall unconscious... by the way, when I say unconscious, you don't go to 0 HP. You are just magically asleep, if you like.
I'm cold.
Glax is going to witness you all fall to the ground. And there we shall end.
All right, Glax, Hodor.
So, we come to MVPs. I will come first to Moon.
Our spellcasters really wanted to fucking die today.
Yeah, they did.
And got really dicked by that fucking fire breath.
The logic was, if you guys had have moved out of the house bravely as a group together, you would have been absolutely fine. It's only because you all balled up in the house and left the door open.
What do you mean all?
Well, everybody else. Yeah, that's why the fire breath happened. Mike.
Just didn't want to walk outside
Oh, sorry, man.
wolves and give them a chance to hit me. That's all.
No, I get it. It was meant to be one of those encounters that pushes you towards acting a certain way. I always play it that way. Go on, Mike.
I really enjoyed the imagery of like everyone walks up to the door and they're like pew 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 and they close the door and then everyone walks up and opens the door and shoots out and then closes the door. It's just like such a weird like cat and mouse game of like I gotta kill you but you can't kill me back. And then it was I don't know. That was really silly. Also, me healing everyone was so fun. I just love being a little healer, running around, making sure everyone's okay. So I enjoyed everyone dying so I could heal.
Full disclosure, I don't think
Good job,
anyone was
guys.
okay today apart from Kieran.
I was okay.
Speaking of which,
That's all right.
Oscar, your MVP.
I would go with taking 0 damage, but on top of that, I'd go with Verdun, literally just deciding that his entire purpose in life was getting fucking shit on by the big 12-foot man by himself.
Yep.
Yep. It was very typically Darth. Speaking of which, Darth, your MVP?
All right, first off, I did not have a choice. We've been over this. I literally said
I
to
don't
walk
think they
outside,
mean the
and then I
second time.
immediately got attacked.
Yeah, true. The first time you just got dragged away and murdered.
Yeah, I got dragged away. I didn't have a choice at that point. But my MVP was Salty using mold earth to create the
The grave.
the hole. The grave, that's the word I was looking for. And then also picturing Jamal with his shovel on the side doing it and then turning over to see that the hole was already done. That was pretty funny. But I also Salty taking no damage even though he was our tank.
Yeah, I mean he got hit. He just didn't take any damage. Yeah. Josh.
So a little one was Darth being like, we can't let them bring down the barriers, and walks out the door and gets ragdolled. And then
But the barrier didn't go down. It didn't go down.
The actual one is just it's just really fun to like see the difference between like the characters with each other, especially with Glax. And now that he has a pen, when we like rest and stuff, he'll be writing in his book. So you guys will get to have a bit more in depth of how he thinks and what he thinks of like the party and what's happening and stuff like that.
Nice.
Because he thinks you guys are weird.
He's right.
Letters, I don't like them.
No, it's not that he doesn't like you guys. It's just that he just doesn't think the same way as you guys. Like for example, Salty writing.
Let's find out when you write it down. You know, let's spoil the nice. Yeah, don't spoil the nice roleplay by doing it all now. In the MVPs, Jamal.
I don't want to fight this. I don't want to fight this. Immediately regrets the fight.
Yeah, I don't really understand that concept. What do you mean you don't want to fight this? What was going to happen? You just going to stay in the house for the rest of the campaign?
No, just wait. Just give it like a few hours, see if the wolves move on, and then make a judgment call.
Yeah,
That's my thought.
Yeah, the wolves would have been massacred, and the devils would have called some friends. Devils? You made me call them devils now. The monsters would have called some friends. It would have been just as difficult to fight either way.
It's actually
but
pretty
you-
good that
okay.
we did it, 'cause they
Well,
would've cast the
what I will say.
whatchamacallit,
Dispels on the doors.
spells, and then fuck, that's why we were asleep.
Well, no, they couldn't. They wouldn't have known you were there until you opened the door. The
okay.
barrier was concealing the presence of the house. Like they saw it as a building, they just didn't see it as something they could get into until you opened the door, and that's when it all went shit-shaped. However, a long rest might have given you a couple more spell slots, so it was a toss-up. But the second fight was harder, so I don't think it was a bad thing. Anything else, Jamal?
Well, yeah. So that was one consequence of our actions, and the other consequences of our actions, harvesting the wolves for parts and then dropping the fucking remaining wolf on us. It's like, fuck. We really do have consequences for our actions in this world, don't we?
Yeah.
We sure
It's a
fucking
wolf.
do.
Consequences.
Well, you know, it's still things only occur if you do X or if you do Y, and like it's a
I
nice
just
way to
wanted
see
it.
it. Yeah.
I just wanted a stomach. That's all I wanted.
Nah.
That's all I wanted.
I've got a couple of MVPs.
And they're like, nah, let's bury it.
I've got a couple of MVPs. I love the fact that we decided to make a nice cozy home on the house above hell. That's
Yeah.
I knew that you guys would not turn down the house just because hell was in the basement.
Yeah. What else? What are our other options here, James?
Houses without hell in the basement.
Well, hell's
none of them are magically
outside. What,
protected.
you know?
You know, you stayed in the temple the first night. That seemed to go perfectly fine.
We got attacked
Rather
by
be
And-
below than around.
The fact that Cassie's diary got you guys, but the story of Alessandra and Luca, you guys are just like, gossip. It really amused me.
spill the tea, sis.
Yeah, so, no, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the combat took the majority of the episode, but I love the smaller parts of this campaign in all, like, the storytelling and the different bits of, you know, what happened to the people that got left behind. It's definitely really enjoyable for me to watch you guys interact with. So, yeah, I think we shall leave it there.
Is this one of the campaigns where you hand things out or
No, sort of, kind of, not really. 99% of his rules is written, so no. If you guys would like to say goodbye, though, we shall end there.
All right.
Goodbye.
Adios.
We shall see you
Till
soon.
next time.
Bye.